Welcome to Poker House Fort Worth live on YouTube and Facebook. It is Wednesday night. That means DJ's game. $1, $2, no limit poker with a $300 max buy-in. These guys are just sitting down, just about to get started with their opening bomb pot. Seeing a lot of familiar faces here tonight. My name is Reese with you in the booth as usual tonight. Special guest, Super Cat. You've all seen her on the stream, Super Cat.
Yes. Hi.
Hello here on the Poker House Fort Worth live stream. Going to be commentating with me on some of these guys that she's been playing with for weeks and weeks here on stream. You guys have seen her week in, week out. She's on the waiting list, so if some of these guys bust out, she may leave me, go play poker, and I wouldn't blame her. This is a great group of guys here. So we are off to a bomb pot. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Poker House Fort Worth on our Facebook and our YouTube. Quite a few people coming in. Let us know who you are tuning in to watch, to root on, where you're listening from, watching from. We got dealer Paul in the box. Now, Kat, what do you think of, I'm going to call you Kat.
You can call me Kat.
Okay.
Yes.
Kat, what do you like bomb pots?
I do. I enjoy bomb pots. Yes.
For those that don't know, here at Poker House Fort Worth, just like most places, they do bomb pots on dealer changes. Here we do it at the top of the hour. Bomb pots are a 4-card Omaha variant. So it's Omaha High, which means out of the 4 cards, you must play 2 cards out of your hand.
I learned that the hard way.
It can be an expensive game if you don't know that. And we've got 2 different boards. So you can play 2 different cards or 2 different boards. Half the board is going to one person, half the board is going to another person, unless the one person can get lucky and have some combinations of cards in his hand where he can use 2 different ones and scoop both boards. That's the ultimate goal here. We got a small bet and a 4 left to see this turn here. DJ has the full boat there onto the top with his queen 10, shared with Clay as well. Big D's got deuces full of aces, and Flowers, he's going to get out of the way. So really looks like it's going to be the bulk of this pot going to Big D. And DJ and Clay chopping it up, Kat. Both players with queen 10. It's hard to look at all the cards and catch this, isn't it? It takes a little bit of practice.
Yeah, for the first one, yeah.
Now, Big D's new to the Wednesday night stream. You might recognize him from DJ's Wild West Fest on Sunday.
That's where I saw him.
Yep, he was the stoic player who did so well, got chips early and held on to him, and joining us here for DJ's game. So it looks like bet and a call, yeah, so DJ and Clay are going to be splitting up that top board, and Big D is going to get that bottom board all to himself. It's one of the problems with these bomb pots is you can get quartered real easily and end up losing money having the same hand as someone else, but you never can really fold it. So DJ's game, like I said, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. It's a $300 max buy-in, 1-2 no limit hold'em. Kat here has been playing in several of those games, and you've never done really badly. I think I've only seen you rebuy maybe twice in a month and a half.
Yeah, I like to sit there for a little bit and try and hold my chips or short stacked is my game.
Yeah, we always joke about on stream about how many lives you have left being called Super Cat and
I got
surviving the all-ins. It's definitely good. And we are underway in the first hand. Flowers, you know what that is, the 7-deuce game. You raised it up to 12. You ever go for the 7-deuce game?
Nope. I know better.
We've seen it cost some players some money, but Flowers raised it up pre-flop here with the 7-deuce with the intent of taking this one away to win that additional $5 bonus from each player if you win with the 7-deuce. And with him, then he's going to get through with it too. There's the little 7-deuce winner graphic there. Love it. He raised it pre-flop. Ace came out there. Luckily, the other two players that called him did not have the ace, so it set up a good story for him to continue with the 7-deuce, and that's the whole point right there. It looks too suspicious when you raise it up too much pre-flop, because then everybody's like, he's got 7-deuce just out of the blue, raising it here for $35 out of nowhere. We saw that happen a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
But right down here, you can see the chip stacks there. Big D and Flowers are the ones in the positive, since Big D won that full side of the bomb pot. And Flowers winning the bonus there, plus the 7-deuce game. Now, when you're playing on the live stream here, Kat, when you're playing DJ's game or in the ladies' game, do you feel like you play differently when you're on stream than when you do just sitting at the outer tables?
Yes, absolutely. Only because I know that everyone could look at my hands later, and then I get to go back and look at them and see what they played, and then my family's always watching. So yeah, it's a little.
Now I've seen you play some deuce trays and 4-7s.
Well, I
and
get
things
bored.
like
I want to
that.
keep it. I want to have fun. You see me fold for an hour straight, but every now and then
I love
I need
it.
2 cards.
I love it. I mean, your cash game players definitely mix it up. I mean, DJ is the most notorious for it. He's still betting out this 8 here, betting 20, 20, 20. Daryl finally was just floating with overcards there and finally let it go.
Yeah.
So when DJ's stacking chips early, it kind of sets the tone for him, and we could see quite a bit more action out of him. It kind of ebbs and flows with him depending on how the table's going. But yeah, he plays the 4-7s and the deuce trays and the 3-5s, and your cash game, all cash games. So never shy away from playing that at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I said,
winning,
any 2 cards. Yeah, and if you're hot, you're hot. And
quite a few people tuning in here on our Facebook and our YouTube. We can see chats from both.
Yes, leave comments.
Let us know where you are listening or watching from, who you're here rooting on. This is Super Cat here in the booth with me. Seen her many times on this very stream and the ladies stream on Sunday, which we've got coming up this Sunday.
I know, I can't make it.
Oh, you're not going to be here for this one?
No, it's my husband's birthday.
Well, that's a good enough excuse. I'll take
that.
Yeah, she's been here on DJ's stream several times the last couple months. Like I said, done pretty well. You cashed out quite a bit last week, if I remember right.
Yeah, it was my first big cash. Yeah, usually it's only 100 or so, maybe 80, but 700.
Yeah, you were
pretty good.
You were creeping up on 1,000 there in your stack for a while. So raised up to 11-4, ways to a flop here of 8-5 a tray, rainbow flop here. We've got not a lot for everyone. Gut shots for Big D. It's going to check around another 9 on the turn. Chuck's on vacation. Must be nice, Chuck. Hope everything is going well. Daryl's going to bet this out with his 9s found on the turn. Big D's going to come along and try to bink that 4 or an ace to take this one over. 6 does not help him. So Daryl, we'll see. I don't think Daryl's going to bet here. You'll see Big D check. And Daryl just turn over his 9, which is going to be good enough. A little $64 pot there. Dealer Paul in the box. Paul was on stream last night. He was one of the top 2 finishers of that Congress tournament. That was a marathon. I don't know if you watched any of that or not. Holy cow. I was falling asleep commentating that from West Texas. Those guys held on to the bitter end. 4 players chopped up that over $1,300 prize pool. It was a good tournament otherwise, but it's hard to beat being able to play Congress for only a $65 entry. It's much more expensive than that to play in the Congress cash games. That's for sure. Clay's going to raise this one up with pocket 10s. Daryl and Robert actually 3-bet with 4-3 offsuit. That's new out of Robert. I like it.
Yeah.
Robert's been more of the stoic player in weeks past, but mixing it up here. 6 queen 9 2 diamonds. Daryl's never going to fold for any amount here on this flop here.
No.
And actually, he's gonna bet out and lead into Robert, who four bets. So Daryl might have extracted some more money there with the little check, but goes ahead and leads it out. Clay's going to give him a call as well. Deuce of spades on the turn, no help, and here comes Daryl still. And Clay's finally going to believe him. So good aggression there out of Daryl. You don't see that out of him very often.
No.
Now Daryl there for a while, he wanted to have his stream name called Dummy D. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. We talked about that today, actually.
I told him, I said, look, I get it. You were called that in your old pool hustling days, and that's what everybody called you in your pool. But I cannot sit here for hours and hours and call you dummy. I like that guy too much to sit there and call him dummy all night long. But yeah, that was his old billiards back in his pool sharking days. They called him Dummy D. But he is anything but on the poker table. We love him here at Poker House at Fort Worth. Sigma has been new to the streams.
Yes.
You know him from the cash tables?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He's been dabbling into Congress lately. He plays a lot of hands. And so I told him, look, if you're going to play Congress, you got to back it down, bud. Congress will get you in trouble real quick. And but he's taken to studying Congress and done really well. He's going to be raising this hand up to 10 with the ace of four of clubs. Four of the players that come along seeing five ways to a flop. 5, 4, 7 rainbow. So Sigma does flop a pair. RDW going to bet this one out. You know, you see that a lot here. I don't see that much at the poker tables. Whenever someone raises pre-flop and then another person raises into that person on the flop. Typically, you check it to the person who bet pre-flop to see what they're going to do. But here, there's just no fear poker, you know. So Sigma coming along at 420.
Robert's out.
Yeah, Big D, not much working there for him. Some running hearts, running straight cards.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Yeah, they told me he doesn't like to fold very much, but he played well on the Sunday Wild West.
Yeah, I've never played with him. I've just watched.
And so we'll see if he wants to continue along here. Like I said, a lot of good turn cards for him. I think they were trying to correct some graphics there. 8 on the turn. It does improve Big D's hands to a gut shot. But Sigma and Clay both with the club draw. This could be a lot of trouble here for Clay. Sigma going to hammer this turn. I think the only person that can come along is going to be Clay. And I don't know if Clay is getting quite the odds to do it. What do you think?
I don't think so, but yeah.
I mean, the pot's there's only 137 in the pot. Sigma betting 100, and he basically bet pot size bet. So Clay.
If anything, yeah, Clay's doing the flush draw or a gut shot.
He could hit a 6.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go ahead and go all in here for 184. Ooh. And I don't hate that move. Sigma's gonna go ahead and call. Obviously, he's trapped here. So Clay's not gonna like it when they turn these cards over, seeing that he's
top pair, top flush,
pretty much dead to a 6. But he can hit a king still. Jack on the river on the first run out.
Oh, what you putting out?
Queen of clubs on the river. So that's going to be a scoop there by Sigma. So Clay reaching into the reserve chips.
Clay's adding on a little bit more.
So Sigma there going to get a big early stream lead with that $572 chip stack, winning that all in there with Clay. Clay's going to reload. Um, now, like I said, Sigma's new to the streams, but not new to Poker House Fort Worth here. Really good poker player, but he definitely likes to play cards. So doesn't matter how many chips he has, they are going to be in play. I promise you that. Daryl +1 under the gun, looking down at Ace King. Let's see what Sigma does here first. He does a fold.
Let's call.
Daryl just calls. Do you know who we're missing?
Like it.
Cam? Not Cam. The old man in the 9 seat.
Mac?
Mac.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like Mac.
where's Mac?
I don't know. How'd I know who you're talking about?
Yeah,
Mac takes my money a
yeah.
lot. That's all you had to say.
He's got quite the record here on stream.
No, I enjoy him.
So Daryl Limpson for 2. AA Ron's going to raise us up to 10 with the king at 4 offsuit. Big D calling with the ace jack suited. DJ coming along with the 9-5 off. Clay going to call 10 with the jack 7. And of course, Daryl's going to come with the ace king. Very hidden big hand. 5, 6, 7. 2 spades on this flop here. Top pair for Clay, who looks like he's going to go ahead and bet this out. But Big D flopping the best of it. Ron coming on with the king 4. Now we get we do get some bad reads every now and again, but we'll see if he really does have king 4 shortly. Making that call like he's turning the king, which unfortunately is no good, but it's going to check really quickly all the way around. Queen on the river. DJ going to have the best of it here. No, actually Clay ends up with the club flush. No?
No club flush.
Why is it showing that Clay won?
He has a pair.
Oh, there wasn't an ace on the board. It was a misread. I'm sorry. I thought there was an ace on the board that Big D had the pair of aces. Clay's 7s are good enough
5.
to hold.
Yeah.
But he's going to get some of those chips back that he gave over to Sigma last hand. Now, the first time I met Clay, it's one of the rare times when I was actually sitting and playing poker. I don't get to do that very often. And his night was just worse and worse and worse. And so my first impressions of him was he was just a grumpy dude. But he's actually
super nice. He's just
nice
very
guy.
quiet.
Yeah.
He really is quiet.
He was his typical quiet plus grumpy for not catching good cards. So I didn't know how to take him at first, but since then we've had lots of good conversation. He's a super nice guy.
Very nice.
Daryl and Robert both getting out of the way. AA Ron going to come along with the 7-6 offsuit. Now Flowers is new to the stream. I don't think I've seen him on DJ's game before. The
I
two
played
seat.
with him.
Now he plays in the cash games. Has he played on DJ's games before? I don't know.
No, not in DJ's game.
I
No,
didn't think so.
just cash. But yeah, I've played with him before.
DJ is going to raise this up to 16 with the 9 deuce offsuit. Sigma coming with 8 Trey suited. Loving these hand selections here. AA Ron 7-6 off. RDW Jack 10. Now RDW is one of those guys that now he can really play any 2 cards. It's like people don't even realize that, but this guy, if he's in for 2, he's in for 200. Doesn't matter what the holdings are. Ace 9-6 going to be best here for DJ. AA Ron going to bet this one out though. Sigma does have the club flush draw. RDW says, I'm still in this. I want to see some good turn cards. DJ, yeah, little DJ squeezed there to 35. And I like the play, though. Let's really find out who has an ace, you know. Sigma obviously going to call with his flush draw. Hey, Ron, may get out of the way here. 6 is no good. Going to need some running help for straight cards. It's not that much more, but he still can't really come along. RDW, like I said, it doesn't matter if he's in for 2 or 20. He's going to call whatever when he decides to. The man... I think his stream name in the Wild West was something about alligator. I can't remember what it was. Crocodile, alligator, something. What was it?
Oh, I can't remember. He told me.
But it's perfect for him. Just clamp down and stay on. And his persistence is going to be rewarded here as he's going to turn top pair. Sigma, the only one here that has the most. No, RDW, he did let it go. Interesting.
Oh.
He got there with the 10, but I guess there is an ace out there, so he could think that DJ just got the ace here all day. Yeah, Croc Daddy, thank you there, Randy. I thought it was perfect for his crocodile. He just as much as he just hammers it. And look at that. Sigma missing the flush, but going all in and getting DJ to lay it down.
Well, he had the straight.
Oh, he did have the straight. 1 card straight. Okay. I was so focused on the clubs in the chat that
I was too at first.
didn't even see the straight there. I thought it was a miraculous bluff. I was giving him way too much credit. But yeah, he had a lot of outs though. Anyway, with the flush draw,
Absolutely.
and got there the hard way with straight. And then, of course, DJ was betting it the whole way there with just the 9. Didn't have the ace either, but he did raise it pre-flop. It was telling a good story, and so you could put him on that ace pretty easily. Once again, thank everyone for tuning in to Poker House of Fort Worth live here on Facebook and YouTube. Super Cat here in the booth with me this evening. Seen her here on DJ's game pretty much every week for the last couple months.
Been trying. I enjoy it. I love being here.
And I got her into the booth helping doing
First
some good
time.
commentating.
Yeah, I'm so nervous, but everyone's been great. So
I talk a lot. You got to get it. You got to get your words in.
I know, but you're too quick. You're quicker than I am.
Heads up, DJ to this flop here, seeing 10-7 queen, 2 diamonds. DJ flopping the open-ended there. Clay with the top pair king kicker. We're going to see some fire. We check, a real fast check.
That was.
And then a bet to river. So DJ misses a straight. And these guys are flying through the hands. But DJ doesn't quite get there. And Clay, he's slowly climbing it back out of the red after missing out on that big hand there with Sigma. But let us know in the chat where you're listening or watching from, who you're here tuned into watching, who you're rooting on here on DJ's game.
Yes, leave comments too because I love reading them.
Yeah, she needs something. She needs something here.
This is what I do at the end of the night. I go back through and I'm like, who commented on what? Yeah. I want to read about it. So yes, leave comments, please.
Send in your comments here for Super Cat to respond to. But yeah, every Wednesday here at DJ's game, except next Wednesday. You know what's going on next Wednesday?
No.
Oh, see, nobody listens to me. I say it
what
all the time.
Next?
It's the $50,000
Oh, the $50,000 guarantee.
Tournament.
You did tell me that today. You literally told me that today, and I already forgot.
I have been talking about that for a week now. The Summer Jam 2 that we did back in June, we're starting up next week, next Tuesday, August 20th at 6 p.m. There's our first Flight A. It's a tournament that we run in congruent with...
How many flights?
8 flights total.
8 flights.
Okay. 8 flights total. It's run simultaneous with Poker House Peaks in Dallas. And we'll talk about that more throughout the night, obviously. But Queen 9-7 on this flop here. Open-ended here for Sigma. 2 pair for DJ. Expect to see some fireworks. Sigma with a big bet here of 50. You know, Sigma is going to change this game dynamic. Ooh. And it's because
DJ's
of that right there.
Pressure on you.
Yeah, and DJ is... And does Sigma... He bet.
It's really hard not to. When you're open-ended, flop 2 pair.
Did Sigma make the call?
Looks like he did.
Looks like he did, yeah.
Yeah.
So these guys going to run it more than once here.
5, I don't know.
5, no good. 3, no good. They are going to run it twice.
Okay.
7 does fill up DJ, so that's going to be a full scoop with DJ there. So, you know, the dynamics between these two players may change the landscape of this game for everyone. I know that Sigma, I wouldn't call him passive aggressive, but he definitely he does fold a decent enough frequency. But once he's in on a pot, once he starts betting, it's hard to get him to stop betting. And you know, DJ kind of plays the same way, so we could see quite a bit of fireworks from these two guys tonight.
Well, Sigma has them covered, so I don't think it was a bad call.
Yeah, it depends on how much you want to gamble. Yeah, open-ended.
I don't know. It's you know me.
It depends on how much of a gambler you are.
You look at how much was already in there, the position. I don't know.
Sigma definitely gambles. So
he was open-ended there. He probably thought that DJ had,
you know, a spade draw or something possibly as well. But
yeah, his 2 pair was.
No, DJ played that one perfectly. You might as well get it in now because Sigma's not going to stop betting, and you might as well give yourself one more opportunity for Sigma to possibly let it go. He does fold.
And they ran it twice.
Him fold, yeah. Flowers here looking down at 8-7 of spades. Going to raise this one up to $8. Big D suited ace 7 diamonds. RDW with 2 napkins probably, and an Applebee's card is going to come along. But he actually has a real hand here for once. There we go, ace 10. So it folds around. Sigma and DJ talking about that hand. Boy, those two, they I feel like they're just going to butt heads all night long. I think it's going to be fantastic. Daryl calling the 8 with the 8-7 suited. Him and Flowers having similar holdings. Another 7 over there in Big D's hands going to limit their opportunity. Deuce 5-5. Deuce 5-5. Not much for any player. Aggression's going to win. Flowers was your pre-flop aggressor. He's going to continue to bet with 15 here.
Nope.
Fold there. Yep, he said aggression's going to win. So Flowers continues pedal to the metal with that pre-flop there. So do you have any favorite hands when you play? Do you get married to certain cards when you see them and you maybe call when you shouldn't pre-flop?
Yeah, pocket eights.
Pocket eights is your weakness?
Absolutely, 100%. Can't even lie. If you look back at the streams, there's been many a times I can't let it go. And then obviously, I don't want to sit in seat 4 anymore.
Oh, well, yeah, because you were in seat 7 the other night whenever you.
And I didn't bring my Eagles cup.
See, I called out the Eagles cup and I wasn't wrong.
I left it in the truck today.
I love football in general. I don't have a preference of teams. I just love it completely. But I couldn't help but appease the crowd by throwing down the Eagles cup there.
It's all right.
Folds all the way around. Looks like Daryl's going to come in for 2. Clay came in for 2. Ron are going to complete the small blind at $2, and Flower's going to check his option. 4 ways to a flop of Jack, King, Ace, Rainbow. I'm sorry, all hearts. We had a royal flush on stream on Sunday. So check. Another king. None of these guys have anything to write home about. And there's only $8 in the pot, so there's not much reason to fire at it. Nobody raised it pre. Queen on the river doesn't change anything for anyone.
No, Daryl.
Oh, no, yeah, Daryl's got the straight.
Yeah.
That's not a very pretty board for a straight. But he is going to take this down because it is going to check all the way through.
Unless Clay wants to get prissy with his jack.
Thinking about it here. Yep, no, he's going to check. Daryl's just going to turn his hand over. No, he's going to bet 10. I love it. Say, hey, why not? Maybe Clay will call me with a jack, but obviously not. So Daryl there picking up that pot. Yeah, I don't really have a favorite hand per se. I am partial to 7-5 suited.
Okay.
That was I'll date myself, over a quarter century ago.
You're not that old.
I am. I won a massive pot as a young man with 7-5 suited, flopping the 7 high straight to a guy who had pocket 3s. And so he flopped a set of 3s and I flopped the straight. And ever since then, it's always held a special place for me. So 7-5's always been in the back of my mind, but I won't
play it for fun.
I won't overplay it. I promise you that. I'll still lay it down.
Yeah.
Lots of limping after all the fireworks. Everybody kind of taking their breath. Unless Ron here going to raise this one up with the Ace King offsuit.
He's on the button.
Yeah, on the button, reaching for chips. Big raise of 20. I like it. Get all these limpers out of here. DJ 9-3 again. You got to play. Got to play if you're DJ. He loves the action. Sigma's probably going to call as well. He did for the 4-3. And Daryl says, okay, fine. We'll play a decent sized pot with Jack 10. So Queen 7 tray, 2 diamonds. Sigma bottom pair. That's everything right now. See if Ron keeps up his pre-flop aggression. He does bet a 20 into this one here. DJ snap call with his bottom pair. Sigma snap call with his bottom pair. This is just going to be one of those streams. Oh. Ace on the turn. Good turn card there for Ron. See if
3 diamonds.
Yeah, see if he continues on here. He's got the king diamond backup draw. Sigma does not care. He says my 4 may be good if the diamond comes. That man just does not like to fold. Another board pairing ace there. So Ron, see if he and that's going to be an interesting river card for Sigma there, because that lessens the chance for Ron to have floated there with ace king, since there's 2 of them now out there. He may just try to call his bluff there with 3, but it's a big pot for only $50. Yeah, and he's going to pay it off. And like I said, I could predict that he was going to. It's good. It's a good bluff catcher, just in case. But Aaron making the absolute maximum there. Big pot. The ace king. So I think he bet the perfect amount there on the river. I don't think Sigma would have called much more. So you've played with pretty much everyone here at this table. Played with a lot of these guys pretty much every Wednesday.
Yep.
Who do you stay away from? Who do you not like to get in pots with?
It depends. I'm always down to gamble, but it depends on their situation. Honestly, if it's DJ and he's on tilt, I ain't playing with him. I don't care what I have. I know he's going to call.
Yeah.
There's a good chance he's going to win too.
So it's kind of situational on
It's
how they're
always
doing for the stream.
situational. Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's good though. At least I mean that does mean something. You're paying attention to how they are and what their mood is, what their stack is.
Robert, I've only played a few times with. Love him. I'm not scared of Robert. Aaron, I ain't scared of.
Flowers.
Flowers. He's been great, actually. He's been fun. Daryl. I just look at him in his eyes. He gives it away if he has it or not. Yeah. But
so
now,
Robert made a big raise here to 40 with Jack 9 suited. He's played that hand earlier, the 4-3. Now he's raising it up to 40 with Jack 9. So he's in a special mood tonight, and I love it. Aaron gonna make the call, and Daryl gonna look him up even with the King 7. That's a little bit surprising there.
I like King 7 though.
So ace on the flop here. Now here's the tough part. Robert's betted so much pre-flop that he is showing aces or kings, and so betting here almost shows the opposite of what he wants to. You know what I mean? It would have been better for him to check it and then maybe a check raise.
Yeah,
but it never.
Or don't take the lead there. Yeah.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have worked anyway because Aaron's not going to fold with his ace jack. But you know what I'm saying? If you're saying I got pocket aces, but then you bet out that flop, it doesn't look like pocket aces anymore. It looks more like kings.
Yeah,
at best.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And so, but if he checks that and then does any kind of check raise, now it looks like pocket aces. You know. But he's going to bet 65 here to follow up that $40 pre, and Aaron going to put in the raise here of 130. Looks like he just did a min raise, which is even more suspicious when it's just a minimum raise. That shows extreme strength usually in these lower limit hold'em games. Daryl going to get out of the way, and Robert's got second pair. It's not like he can't win. So hey, he is going to come along. He's going to need a 9 or a jack, and that's pretty much it. Even in his own mind, he knows he needs to make 3 of a kind. No help. Going to check it over to Aaron again. Now, Aaron, he's only got a jack kicker, Cat, so he can't just feel great about this hand. But he's going to go ahead and shove it in.
He's going all in.
Yeah, to me, that's a little bit of a risky shove when a guy has raised you pre-flop, calls your min raise on the flop with an ace. He could have ace king, ace queen there all the time, and you could be shipping this in there, drawing dead to a jack. But luckily enough for him, Robert was just making a move here, and it's going to work, but that could backfire a lot in the long run.
Well, absolutely. There's still the river to come. Anything could happen.
Always. and Robert doesn't have a whole lot. He may just call it just to see, But he still has over 150 in his stack. And this is only a $300 at max buy-in game, so he's still got plenty of chips behind if he goes ahead and lets this one go and just gives Aaron credit for the ace.
I don't think. Nope.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's a good fold. He tried. And there was some discussion on stream, I think Sunday, Aaron there, his little card protector. Now, I'm old and I don't know a lot of stuff, but it was Deadpool.
Okay.
But it wasn't Deadpool. It was like what's the little creature that spits the lightning that the card game that the kids play, cartoon character. It was that character as Deadpool.
I don't know.
Pikachu.
Oh, Pikachu.
Yes, it is a Pikachu Deadpool. I found that out later because that was driving Smokey and I nuts on stream.
On what it was.
We couldn't quite get a look at it there, but it is a Pikachu dressed as Deadpool. Yeah. We've seen some interesting card protectors
Oh, I bet over the years.
over
Absolutely.
20, 25 years, and that was a new one.
Well, it sounds cute.
Daryl going to call the $10 straddle with the ace deuce offsuit. Big D going to play his button 8-6 suited. Good hand. RDW has to be part of a big pot. Comes along with queen 8 offsuit. Clay's going to call as well, and of course Sigma's going to call. You're going to see if people start raising pre-flop, we're going to have some big pots. But there's so many players here that just do not like to fold pre-flop.
Mm-hmm.
Gut shots here for Clay, and Big D makes middle pair, checks around, queen on to the turn. That's going to give RDW the lead here. He's going to bet it out as well. Big D thinks about it, lets it go. So RDW is good for a good. He's due for a good stream. He's had a rough go of it the last couple streams. And it's not anything to do with his aggression. He's just been running into it the last few weeks. He'll probably tell you if you asked him. He's just had people have it. You know what I mean? I don't know if I were to sit down and play poker like you do at this table with these guys, I think he'd be one of my most feared players because he literally will turn over any two cards.
That is true.
You cannot put that man on a range.
Mm-hmm.
If he decides to play a hand, he sees it through. It doesn't matter if it's 2 or 200. And I love that about him. But
it's scary.
It is scary as a poker player. I like to be able to have ranges and predict what they have and this, that, and other. But with him, it is just not going to happen.
No.
Ron going to limp in with king at 9 offsuit. Big D pocket jacks, and he's just going to call. Yeah, he did that last Sunday too.
Okay.
He played some big hands, kind of hidden in the weeds, just like Mac does.
That's fair. I like his position though.
Yeah. 8-7 deuce rainbow flop here. Big D is still ahead. And it looks like 2 clubs. Yes. Anybody have clubs? DJ, the nut clubs, and he checks it. I bet DJ was probably setting up for a check raise there, but I don't think he's going to do that to Big D betting out. That's just too much strength out of him. So it's going to be a heads up, and DJ takes the lead the hard way, making the ace. Going to check it partly in the dark to Big D, who's going to continue to find out real quickly if DJ has an ace here. He snap calls DJ, makes it on the river, and he checks it over to Big D and said, "Fire it one more time, I dare you," and it's going to work. Big D going to bet out $50, and DJ going to snap call this and or raise it here. Holding the nuts. Yep, there's the raise. And Big D, unfortunately, just doesn't have enough to call, Cat. The ace is staring him in the face out there, but it doesn't have a lot behind. Maybe he has to make the call.
I think I'll fold.
Nice.
It's hard with all that money out there, though.
Yep, he does make the call.
He made the call.
He's going to see the bad news there from DJ. Yeah, but the hand kind of played itself. The money kind of went in as it should. Big D betting to feel out there to see if DJ had the ace, and DJ's just never going to fold, especially after the turn. Getting there on the river. I think the only way Big D can really get away with that is if there was a lot more chips in play and it was going to cost him a lot more to call that river. He probably could have got away from it. You know how many dealers and players get mad at DJ for stacking his chips the way he does, and that line out on the table?
No, I never thought about that, actually.
Well, where do your cards go? One side or the other. So anybody else can't, the other half of the table can't see his cards.
Yeah.
And then dealers have to listen to it from the players.
Mm-hmm. Come on, DJ, get it together.
I don't think anybody cares that much. They like to just give him heck about it.
No, I never noticed, but now I'm going to.
It's true. It's true. Big D reloading here. It's a max $300 buy-in, 1-2 no limit hold'em game every Wednesday. It's a game that most anybody can afford. Not too expensive to play into this game, but the chips do swing, and it is entertaining enough to stream every single Wednesday. We've had some nice chill, normal 1-2 games, and we've seen some kind of like this that are kind of getting out of hand.
A little spicy.
Big pots.
Not out of hand, just spicy. Makes it fun to watch. Paul's having fun. See him laughing? As long as the dealer's having a good time.
Flowers here are going to raise it up to 8 with the queen at 7 suited. A little unexpected. I love it, though. Sigma coming along at 5-4. Dealer of Paul putting out the 10-8-3.
All hearts?
That's going to be all hearts. Big bet there out of RDW. He's going to represent the hearts here, and it's probably going to work. And it does. Yeah, so good bet there by RDW. Picked up a good pot there just to see. The odds of flopping a flush in Texas Hold'em is 1 in 113, and he wanted to play those odds.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
I read it somewhere. I don't know if it's true. I just trust it. But I did read that somewhere. So DJ, after that big hand with Big D, takes the chip lead at the table. But again, much like Sigma, who had the big stack earlier, those chips are never in jail with him. They're always in play.
Yep.
So we have $5 straddle. GJ's just going to call the 5. Play these jacks a little sneaky here. And he's going to get his wishes here as no, he did raise it to 20. Okay, graphics were just falling behind there. And Robert and AA are going to come along a 10-9, a suited, 9-6 offsuit. And he's going to flop a set of jacks on a dangerous board. Ooh. Cat. You got to bet this out to see where you're at.
Check it. Yeah, that's
because Robert's already home, so he's going to get you might as well get the red flags out there. And there it is. He's going to bet 30, and Robert's going to go ahead and jam this in. And the bad part is Robert jamming this now is actually less obvious than doing it on the turn when a blank turn comes out. You know, you're telling your opponent, "Hey, I've got it," but you're less believable if you do it now, right out of the gate. In other words, you think, well, if you have it, why would you do this? You might just be on a draw.
Yes.
You know. But either way, I don't see DJ folding for a little less than 100 more.
No.
Yep, and they did go ahead and get all in and call. So I don't know how many times they're going to run it here, but DJ needing a board pair. Doesn't get it on the first one there. Needs a queen, king, or jack. Queen, king, jack, or 9.
Nope.
Doesn't happen. So big pickup there by Robert.
Yeah.
Who almost got it in bad a couple hands ago. Gets it in good, and glad that he didn't call that off earlier now, as he's back over the 300 mark. And like I said, DJ may be the big stack, but those chips are going to be in play just like they were there. I've watched him on a roller coaster many times here on these streams. Big stack, short, big stack, short. Just aggressive poker, high variance, high VPIP. But he plays for fun. Do you play for fun usually when you're playing? Do you worry about the money too much, or are you just there sort of kicking around, or how much does it mean to you to win or lose?
Well, of course I want to win, but no, it's just more to hang out. You've seen me. Otherwise, I'd rebuy all the time, right? You know, yeah. I'm just there to hang out and have a good time.
Yeah, some people are purely playing for the fun, and that's why you see them play hands like 7-4, deuce.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like I've sat there for an hour, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to gamble for a little bit. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. But no, for me, it's all for fun, for sure.
Well, at these stakes, no one's losing their rent money.
Exactly, yeah.
It is more fun than anything. Mm-hmm. But there's definitely some egos at the table. They don't want to lose.
Well, no one wants to lose. Goodness.
Sigma here on the button with ace-queen offsuit. I'm going to 3-bet this one here. DJ raised it up with the jack-5. And, the dynamic between these two is going to get spicy. Robert with the newfound chips come along with the same hand. He had just one of those chips with a 10-9 suited. DJ is never going to fold ever. And we're going to see a flop with these 3 gentlemen.
These 3 together, like you said, spicy.
And there's a spicy flop. 7-8 deuce. Robert open-ended, straight flush draw. Queen on the turn even. Woof. Checked around. King on the turn, or queen on the turn, and Robert's going to bet this out. And Sigma is stuck now.
No.
And he's going to rip it in, and Robert is going to have to call off all of those newfound chips. You've got the world. Open-ended straight flush draw.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, no Candyman tonight. I don't know if he's on the
Oh
list or
yeah,
not,
forgot
but
about Candyman.
yeah, I'm not sure if he's on the list. Yeah, Robert had to call. Almost too many out syndrome here.
All right.
4 no good on that one, and they're going to run it again. And the 7 of diamond, that's 7 of hearts. So the 9-10 not going to get there. Like I said, too many outs.
It's rough.
Sometimes I would rather have 4 outs than 17. It just feels like it's going to hit more than it does when half the deck gives you the win. It just seems like it never does come. So Robert, who just got those chips, had no choice but to put them in there.
Yeah, how do you not do it? Open straight flush draw.
Well, Jordan, I don't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure Randy there is Candyman saying he's at the house resting and watching tonight, not
What?
playing.
So Randy's Candyman.
I believe so. I met him kind of for the first time the other night.
And play with him twice. All right. Robert reloaded. Here we go. Eight five.
RDW limping in.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
8-9 call for DJ. 3-2 suited. Same suit as DJ. Could see a train wreck here with some clubs. Sigma's going to raise this one up to a King 10. And I don't see anybody folding anyway. RDW 8-5 off, still going to call. DJ and Clay both going to come in as well. So we're going to go 5 ways, 2-way flop here. Robert with a brand new stack of 300 after that last hand. King 10-4 here on this flop, a rainbow. And Robert going to take the betting lead onto this one, flopping at top, open-ended, but Sigma's got top 2. Sigma going to raise him here, Kat? Yep, I think I just heard him say 100. So Robert, not quite in the same situation he was in, but he's going to make that call.
Again, open end. He can't.
Yeah, it's tough. 6 of diamonds, no help. Sigma here is going to bet it again. Did he go all in a fold? And these guys aren't messing around. They're going so quickly here. It looks like he put it in there, and Robert did let it go, the open-ended.
Yeah, right away.
I don't hate it. The pot wasn't quite what it was last time. You just got these chips. Go ahead and let it go. You know that Sigma's not going to slow down.
They still doing the bomb pot?
The bomb pots and the horse races
And the
at the
horse
top
race.
of every hour. Yep.
Okay.
Should be coming up.
Soon, right?
we're on a 15-minute delay, so
Okay.
probably here in about 9-10 minutes or so. Well, we've been giving away a lot of money here at Poker House for those horse races. I don't know if you've been paying attention or not.
Yes.
But I haven't checked in a few days. But when I did the tallies a few days ago, there was over $4,000 in prizes we've given away just for those horse races.
Are you serious?
Just since August 1.
Oh, I see it every day, all day. That's awesome. And that's every hour.
Every hour on top of the hour. Every cash game going on here at Poker House Fort Worth.
Perfect.
2 cards up, run it out. They call it a flip. We call it horse races in West Texas. That's why I call it horse races here. Trying to bring that to here.
All right.
8-7-6. Robert here with top pair. That's out 35. Big D's got the diamond draw. He's going to come along as well with the gut shot straight as well. 5 of hearts, no help.
That 9 helped.
9 did get there for him. It's going to go check, check, and Robert's going to see the bad news. Taking a couple beatings here. Needs to drag a pot to shake off the vibes. And you see that a lot at the cash game when you just feel like things aren't going your way. Sometimes just dragging any pot just kind of shakes everything off and get back on the horse. RDW complained about not getting any cards. That man doesn't need cards.
He'll make it happen. Make it happen.
He probably has the highest VPIP out of any player that plays on stream here at Poker House Fort Worth. DJ missed out on a DJ hand there. Oh no, they held it for him. He was coming. You know, he's going to let it go too. He must have got a drink or something to eat there that's distracting him. Got a $5 straddle on. Daryl's going to call the 5. Robert calling the 5 with the Jack 8 suited. Ron going to raise it up with the 9-8 off suit. Same hand folded by Big D. There's a lot of 9s and 8s out on the field, so Ron's going to be kind of in trouble. Going to be looking for straight cards on this one.
I don't mind that raise there, Ron.
The suited connectors are fun. His is the offsuit variety this
position.
time. Yeah. Queen 5 here. RDW of patience finally going to be rewarded. He's going to bet it straight out. And then it's going to work. So
yep.
Picks up another little pot there. You know, he's not down. He's not getting to many showdowns, but he's not down. He's up for the session, I believe. Actually, it's showing he's down. I guess did he rebuy? He might have added on another 100 here because he's shown to be a 324 stack and down 70 at 6. So he might have added on 100. Chip equity pretty fairly shared here. Sigma almost up to 900. Ron, 5.5. DJ still up about $100. There's my hand with Clay right there. 7-5 suited. He's going to play it.
I almost said it, but I didn't want to say nothing.
Why not?
I don't want to jinx it.
I know. Oh, there's no jinx. I don't care.
It's your hand, though.
I don't care about it that much. It's just the only hand that
He's
I
been
really
very
think
quiet.
About. Flowers there raising it up to 12. You know, Flowers just comes across as a solid poker player. So any raise out of him definitely sends red flags for me. RDW with the 4-3 hearts. A lot of hearts out here, so Clay is going to be looking for pairs and straights more than likely. Flowers flopping top pair with queen kicker. 2 clubs. No one has clubs, but
Clay.
Well, no, they have to update the graphics there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, King 7-6. Flowers going to keep the pedal to the metal here on the button, betting out 35, and Clay's not going to chase that middle pair. So Flowers, he's been involved 3 times and drugged the pot 3 times. You know,
he's been pretty quiet.
He's a pretty solid poker player. He just seems like a guy that's a solid poker player. So his bets are pretty serious. Here's somebody's cell phone there. We make them take their cell phones and put them on a table away from the table. They didn't turn their ringer off.
At least that's not the quack quack that was going the other day.
Yeah. Looks like another $5 straddle is on as Daryl's calling with the ace-9 of diamonds. Ron calling 5 with the queen jack off. RDW going to slow play some kings here.
Yeah. Pocket 6s.
Looks like he reached for some raising chips there from DJ. Did he make it? Yeah, he raised it to 10. Clay's going to call 10. Daryl, now is this the part where RDW puts about $40 out there? No, he's going to continue to slow play.
All right,
Wow.
I'm excited about this hand.
Well, you better hold on to your hat there, going 5 ways with pocket kings. You got to narrow the field a little bit, but it's okay. We'll see what happens here. Could work out for him. 10-8 jack. Very coordinated wet board here for pocket kings. Pretty scary.
Yeah.
Clay's going to get trapped into this one here. So is AA Ron. Kings are going to be holding strong. Open-ended for Daryl. He may call it, which he did. Yeah. So DJ with a hope and a prayer with the 6s. It's going to hold everybody else in here. So actually, AA Ron raises to 60. And just a smooth call there from RDW. Now, if you're a DJ here, you put in 25. It's not that much more to you, but you got to lay it down with that much action behind you. Pocket 6s are never going to improve here. You might already be drawing dead to a queen 9, 7-9, that sort of thing. So RDW is still ahead just barely. 5 of diamonds on the turn. It does not change things. Let's see if AA Ron slows down here. Nope, he's reaching for chips, Cat. Bets 40. It's not going to be enough to get RDW off the kings, clearly.
No.
Daryl may even come along as well. Yeah.
Yep.
So RDW dodging a lot of cards here on the river. 3 of clubs is one he's going to be happy to see.
Good. Yep. Just checking.
And this probably is going to check around, which it does. And his kings are going to hold very precariously. Very precariously.
I wouldn't have put him on kings.
No, there's no way. No way.
I
you
was
can.
AA Ron. I would have thought that he would have raised pre-flop.
But
so.
he put himself in that position where, on that flop, you can't really raise the guy.
No, and not in that position. No, I think he played it well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So he's been playing fairly patient, at least for RDW patient, and he's got the profits to show for it here in the green. I think he's in, what do we say? I think he might have added on 100.
Yeah.
But he's that puts him a couple hundred up on the session. Waiting on Robert to walk over. These guys are so nice. I see him walking. They just let him play their hand.
Yeah, real nice.
If it's a tournament, they better be dragging those cards in if I'm watching.
Yeah, tournaments. Yeah.
If you're not within arm lengths of your chair when the cards are out there, they are dead.
It hits the button. Yep.
Robert going to make the call with the ace-9 of clubs. Hey, Aaron looking to pocket 3s. Going to make the call.
Just a call.
Flowers going to raise it up.
8s. There's my hand.
Your hand.
There we go. He made it 15.
And that's going to get a call out of Robert and Aaron for sure. Hey, Aaron going to try to spike a sneaky 3 on this flop. Robert looking for some clubs here. It's hard to play an ace-9 when an ace comes out there, especially with the pre-flop raise. And there it is there, the top pair with the flush draw. So Robert is locked in once again. He's just been, do or die on these hands. He's had too much of it, and it's paid off once and hurt him the other 2 times.
Both checked. Flowers.
Yeah, Flowers is going to see bet here just like he did before, but he's going to get pushback here from Robert.
Yeah.
It's like a $50 bet there. And Aaron can't continue. Oh, a raise there from Robert. I like it, actually. I like it a lot. Of course, Flowers can't call, but what that does is by Robert is, even if you need the club, maybe you can get your opponent off of a pocket pair just like this.
Yeah.
So you give yourself one more chance to win the hand without even hitting the club if you think you even might need it.
Yeah. Or he could have 2 pair or flop to set.
Yeah. So
That's perfect.
yeah. So you're going to raise it there, and if they play back at you, you're still going to go with it anyway.
Yeah, you have
So
top
you,
pair and the top flush draw.
so you
So
might as well put a bet out there to give yourself one more opportunity to win the hand by your opponent folding without
shut
making
it
the
down.
hand. Yeah. And Flowers is going to have a lot of pocket pairs there, raising it up pre-flop to 15. So here's the horse race we
Oh
were talking
yay!
about.
Yeah.
Once again, the top of the hour, every hour here at Poker House Fort Worth, at every cash game, 2 cards face up, and they just run the board out. No betting, no checking, no anything. You just get a free chance to make a full house or better. Full house or better gets you the progressive jackpot. It's $250 a day, and if no one throughout the day makes the full house, gets added to the next day's 500. Now we're not going to have a full house on this one, but 2 gentlemen here
Have a
with the
straight.
straight, so they get to spin the wheel. Now let me ask you this: you don't play very cash on, but do you even know what the wheel's for, Kat?
The wheel? I thought it was just for points.
For points, exactly.
Yeah.
Into what?
For tournaments.
That $20,000 free roll tournament.
Yeah. I wish I had more time to play tournaments.
Yeah, the second qualifier is coming up on September 7th. We only have 3 qualifiers to get into that $20,000 free roll tournament. You got to get into the top 15% in
Okay.
one of the 3 qualifiers. 12 people punched their ticket in the first one on August 3rd, and the next one's coming up in September 7th. So those wheel spins, it gets you chips that you add to your chip stack for that qualifier.
And then you keep track just on your ticket.
On the where you get the stamps.
Yeah, the stamps.
The stamp sheet, and
Okay.
then you come back for the qualifier on September 7th, and you get to play to get into that top percentage to punch your ticket into that $20,000
Ooh.
free roll tournament.
That's a lot for a free roll.
It is.
That's
And
awesome.
So you have to get into the qualifier to get it. Just one of the many things we're doing here at Poker House Fort Worth. Now we're on to the bomb pot. Again, this
Oh
is.
man, this one always gets me.
Yep. You got to sift through all of these cards. Looks like Flowers here are going to bet 40 out on his bottom set of, or no, it's a full house. 9's a full of deuces. That one's going to be tough to beat. Robert does have a deuce in his hand, but it's a naked deuce without the full house to go with it. Ace and 7-4 on that top board. Does anybody have much of anything to go on that top board? Sigma's going to come along with his pocket jack. So he has the deuce down there. So all the deuces are in play. Robert Sigma, but Flowers has them crushed with the pocket 9s. Another ace on the top. Queen. That's going to be bad news for Sigma. Filling up queen. Deuces full of queens. Another ace on the top, and no player has an ace. So right now, Sigma does have the top board working for him, since he has the just pair of jacks good enough on the top there, since nobody has an ace. $100 out of Flowers, and here comes Sigma. He's not even thinking about that top board. He thinks that his full house on the bottom's good. 7 on the top there. So does Flowers have a 7? Yeah, it's the jacks are going to be good enough to save Sigma there.
On top?
Yeah, lucky there for Sigma. Any 7, or he needed a 7 or an ace. Flowers did it to beat the pocket jacks. So Sigma, that's what happens. Bomb pots. Sometimes boats aren't even safe whenever you have the bottom side of it. You have to trip deuces with the queen. Pocket 9s has you crushed. Pocket queens has you crushed. Call it the underboat on bomb pots. Players have 4 cards. Do you know we play 5-card bomb pots in West Texas? You want to do that?
No. I think I played it one time actually, but I don't recall.
5-card bomb pots.
Yeah. But they didn't burn a card.
It depends on how many players. Yeah. Daryl going to raise it up with the 7 deuce. Why?
Why not?
The 7 deuce game. The 7 deuce game. But unfortunately, AA Ron's going to call immediately behind
goodness,
him.
2 AKs.
Yeah. DJ's going to bet his. This will be a hard one for Daryl to pull off. Does he let it go? Looks like he did. Yeah, so he gave it a stab there for the seven deuce game, but that's a lot of action to try to win it with seven deuce just for $5 from everybody. Ron, is he going to play back at DJ here? No, it looks like he's just going to call. And RDW, I guarantee he's going to call with the 7-5 because that is what
He's right in the middle of them.
Oh, he folded. That's somebody who needs a clip of that RDW actually folded a hand that he already put $15 in. Now I hope 7-5 doesn't win. Okay, so we're going to see a lot of fireworks here for a lot of no reasons. No action on the suits for any of these players.
No, rainbow board.
Jeff, she absolutely does. I need to let her take over commentating here.
No. Don't do it.
So a lot of nothing here as dealer Paul runs this one out and they take their money back. The 7-5 would not have won, so RDW is okay to fold it. Just when I was talking him up about how in for 200, he folded. But it was a raise and a 3-bet and 2 callers, and I get it.
He was right in the middle. He did a good job folding.
Maybe if it was suited. But there are quite a bit of people on the Facebook and the YouTube tuned in tonight to this Poker House Fort Worth DJ's game we have every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Just a $1, $2 no limit hold'em cash game with a $300 max buy-in. But let us know where you're watching or listening from, who you're here listening to, watching, play, who you're rooting on. We enjoy the interactivity with the chats. Me and Supercat here can see both of them in YouTube or Facebook. So let us know your thoughts. We're on hand number 28. Robert, you're not wrong. Yeah, Daryl was ahead until the river with the 7 deuce. That would have been absolutely amazing. RDW going to raise this one up with the ace queen suited to $10, and everyone else agrees to come along. We got 7-5, 7-6, ace jack, 6-3, ace 10. Lots of holdings here. 4-9 jack on this flop here. Top pair for Daryl. Rainbow flop there so RDW is not going to have a spade draw. Daryl's going to make himself known right out of the gate here, betting 30. Maybe Aaron coming along with the second pair, but don't know.
Let's it go.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else can really call. No, RDW. He's going to come along with 2 overcards. He was the one that raised it up pre-flop. He's going to call that 30. And so if an ace peels off, it could be bad news for him. Luckily, 3 of diamonds doesn't change anything. Daryl going to keep the pressure on, betting 50. And RDW is going to let that one go finally. So looks like Daryl's adding on to get him up to that 300 mark. Not make him pull some of that back. $300 max buy-in game. So it makes this game fun for a lot of people. You know, it's a pretty affordable game with lots of action, lots of fun to stream. So we get to see you this Sunday. Oh, no, we don't. You're not going to be here this Sunday. You said that a minute ago. Yeah, I was going to say you usually play the ladies' game. Typically, you play DJ's game here, but
I do, yes.
But the ladies stream this Sunday. But you're going to take care of the husband's birthday, which is admirable. I love it. You could tell him to come play poker.
I
but
honestly
okay.
might.
Put him out on one of the outer cash tables and let you play in the ladies' stream. RDW to make this call. Sigma with a real hand. You know he's going to raise this one up. He does like to play aggressively. But the graphics play catch up here. Sometimes it can get confusing. We as commentators have to wait for Lorenzo, who does a fantastic job in the booth, keeping up with all the action.
He does a great job, yeah.
Clay's the one that initially raised it up to 12. Sigma here is going to 3-bet it to 40. So it's going to get all the way through. So a little extra raise there. He does have the button going as well for him. So I don't mind that sizing. A little bit scary since Clay hasn't been playing too many hands, and he was the one that
I was
raised it.
surprised.
So it's a little bit scary to have Clay come in there right in front of you. But he went ahead and did the 3-bet anyway. But yeah, we're going to be streaming next week, several times next week, but it's all going to be the qualifiers, the flights for the $50,000 Summer Jam 2. It's going to be starting next Tuesday. So you have 6 days away until we start Flight A. It's the same tournament we did back in June, joint tournament between Poker House Fort Worth and Poker House Peaks. 8 flights, 12% of the field make the money, and then 8% bag and tag. But this time we're coming back to Poker House Fort Worth, Kat. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah, day 2 is going to be here in Fort Worth, and
Okay.
we'll be live streaming at day 2 here. But I'm going to stream some of the flights as well next week. Pick a feature stream table for the flight.
Yeah.
Follow people on their road to bagging day 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'll be fun.
Flowers raised it up to 8. Got 3-bet by Clay with your hand pocket 8s. Aaron going to come along with the ace-9 offsuit. Now, Flowers 6-5 suited, 23 more for all of that glitter. He does have Big D behind him. He's going to make the call, and I don't hate it. It's a big pot. Sneak in there with a couple small cards. Big D is just going to call right there. Boy, it would be a nice squeezer to make it 100 with pocket jacks right there. Probably would have worked, but
It's a good pot. Let's see.
Yeah, 4 to a flop, deuce, 10 tray. Big D is still in the lead. May see Clay bet this out just to see where he's at. Yeah, he's going to reach for chips. He needs to bet about 40. 45 is where he landed, and that's a good bet here.
Mm-hmm.
We see that he's not going to shake Big D, but that's what he needed to do there. Aaron misses completely, but going to get some camera time here. Let people know that he's not easily pushed around. Maybe he's really thinking about a play. No, he goes ahead and lets it go. Flowers, gut shot for a straight for 45? Probably not. Probably so.
All right.
So there you go. And Big D's not going to fold. Big D.
No.
Oh, he did fold.
Oh, he did?
No, it's going to be a graphical error.
Oh.
Surely he didn't fold. And if he did, he might not have had pocket jacks.
Okay.
Flowers going to check. Clay's going to keep up the pressure, and I like it too. No, he went ahead and shoved all in, 119. Flowers is going to have to let this go. Now, there is a world where Flowers and, I was going to say, Big D and Flowers' hands could have gotten mixed up on the reader there, and Flowers could have been more pocket jacks, but apparently not, as he does a fold there. Sometimes when something really confusing happens, probably because the cards were not read correctly.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen often, but it does happen in the world of live streaming. Hand number 20, or hand number 31. Big D under the gun looking down at Queen Deuce. I'm going to let this one go. RDW Ace 5 offsuit. Tired of sitting around. Makes the call. DJ was one of DJ's hands. Makes the call. 6-5 offsuit. Sigma with the 9-6 of diamonds. I'm going to go.
Aaron called. Okay.
Yeah, 6 ways to a flop. Queen 6-7. Clay with 2 pair. DJ made bottom pair. Doesn't wish to continue here. Clay's going to bet this one out, though. Sigma bottom pair. 15 to see another card. No one having spades. RDW getting out of the way. DJ, he does decide to go ahead and peel one more. Deuce of hearts changes no one's hand. I'd like to see Clay bet more here. Probably about 30, 35. Looks like he did bet 40, yeah. And DJ is going to come along as well. We see an 8 on the river. And 75. And DJ is going to look him up. DJ is going to look him up just to keep him honest.
Yeah.
Um, he could have been betting a flush draw there the whole time, you know. So I don't necessarily loathe the call. Pot was quite worth it. And if you think a guy's on a flush draw there and you're going to see it through, it doesn't come, you got to call that bet off. That's one of the problems there when you don't, when nobody raises it up pre-flop, it's hard to put anybody on anything. And I know that this game, people are calling with anything anyway, so the point's kind of moot. But when everybody can just limp in for $2, you're kind of playing bingo at that point.
Yep. Oh, we got live.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The limping is, or the straddles are
Straddling.
real. Yeah. So we have a straddle to 5.
Okay, that's why you guys call straddle here.
Yep. 5, 10, and then 20 now. So it's going to be 20 to go. What do they call them in California?
Just a live.
Oh, just live bet? Live what?
Live
Just
bet. Yeah.
Live bet. Okay.
It'll be like live 10, 20, live 40, live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the term straddle comes from, but that's what they call it around here.
Texas thing.
I suppose so. The game's named after us. We can call them what we want.
Yes.
So DJ going to squeeze the straddles because it looked like the graphics missed it there, but Sigma put in a raise with the Jack Deuce to try to take down the straddles. DJ jams back over the top. I'm telling you, those two guys are just waiting to get it mixed up again. They have a bit of a history. It's not a negative history. It's just their play styles clash, I guess is the best descriptor there. So I can see we're probably not done with those two in this stream. DJ putting the $5 straddle on. Clay is going to be first to act. King Deuce suited into the muck. Sigma, who just lost a little bit, looking at pocket threes on this one. I figured he was going to play this hand. He's just going to limp in.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah. Mix it up a little bit here.
Oh, Robert said no.
Robert, 8-7 offsuit, tired of sitting there, wants to play a hand coming in for a raise, as he should. RDW, of course, has to make the call. DJ is going to call with the Jack 7 offsuit. So Sigma in the lead, but dodging a lot of overcards. 9, 5, 6, all diamonds here.
Ooh.
And DJ with the only diamond in the field. Oh, no, Sigma has a 3 of diamonds.
Yeah.
But
DJ wants that 8 of diamonds.
RDW bet out the flush, the flopped flush last time and took it down. He tried it again here. But Robert, who flops the straight, decides that no one has the flopped flush and is trying to end it here, and I don't hate it. I don't hate it one bit.
I don't either.
It's an overbet on the pot, but he's basically playing his hand face up here, saying that I either have a baby flush or I have the straight, and I don't want it to go to 4 diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to work and get through, and as it should with those other holdings. Yeah, but when somebody hammers a mono flop like that, that typically means they have a set or they have a smaller flush, and they just want to end the hand right there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically playing your hand to face up, but sometimes that's good enough, especially with that pre-flop action. It's a decent-sized pot. Oh, he didn't show his hand. They were saying that it was 7 deuce.
He said what he had?
Yeah.
He said, are you guys going to watch the stream? I flopped it.
He said if it was 7 deuce, I'd have turned it over and gotten $5 extra from all you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Clay with his turn to straddle now. Daryl picking up king queen offsuit. Going to call the $5. Robert letting the ace 6 offsuit go. Ace deuce in the muck for AA. Ron. Big D looking down at 9-8 offsuit. Looks like he's going to play. RDW coming along as well. DJ calling the 5. Clay's option on the straddle decides to check it.
Oh, DJ, this is where you get me.
Oof, Queen, King, 9. A little bit for a few of them here. Top pair gut shot for RDW, DJ at top pair, Clay at middle pair, Daryl
Daryl,
top
top
2
pair.
pair,
Yeah.
and a bottom pair action going to be on this hand here. It looks like RDW is going to take the betting lead with 20 at 5, called by DJ with top pair. Daryl smooth calls with the 2 pair. Scary 10 there for all of these players here. RDW is going to
Oh.
pick up the straight. That's going to, and he's going to just rip it in and try to end the hand right here. DJ is going to let it go, and Daryl is shaking his head. He says, I had this hand hammered and you got lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So RDW not playing
I know.
anymore.
I'm
Just
surprised you shut it down so fast.
you don't really lose to anything. Can't really make a bigger straight unless they have the ace 10. They're already there if that's the case for the ace jack. If then they're already there and they're going to call you anyway. But who knows? I think some players could have 2 pair. It keeps them from getting drawn out to the boat.
True. Oh, Albert made it 15. Aaron calls. Flowers, pocket 10s. See what happens. 3-bet.
Big bet from Flowers. Big 3-bet to 75. It may get through here. That's the biggest he's announced himself tonight. Actually, DJ is going to come along with the Jack 10. DJ looking to gamble to spin it up or rebuy. And Robert called with the 6-5 suited. That's the
Well, he raised it, so
he's the one that he raised it. Okay,
yeah, he was the initial raiser.
Flowers, so it wasn't quite that much to come along. And DJ gonna spike the Jack to take the lead in this hand. Pretty scary flop for Flowers. I don't think he'll lose much here. 9 does give them both open-ended though. So you could see a bet here out of Flowers, and DJ's never going to fold. Yeah, Flowers is probably going to. I mean, he could bet about 100 here. No, he's going to go all in. That's going to be a DJ snaps. Yeah,
Robert.
Snap call there from DJ. Interesting snap call from DJ. I mean, Flowers there could have slow played pocket queens, even though you're open ended. That's still a lot to gamble on. So DJ, like I said, you're gonna run it twice here. DJ could hold on here. Yeah, 10 doesn't change anything, so DJ is gonna win. So they're both gonna chop this one up. Flowers is gonna catch the last 10 in the deck to take that bottom board. Lucky. But interesting snap there by DJ. Flowers 3-bet it pre-flop. He could have queens there all day long and check in that flop. But like I said, DJ was just looking to gamble. And then said, if you got it, you got it. All I've got is second pair, but I'm open-ended. So brave call there from DJ. And Flowers getting lucky catching the last 10 in the deck. Literally the last 10 in the deck to get half of that pot back. So they chop up Robert's money there pre-flop. Flowers here with pocket deuces, going to raise it up to 9. Big D makes a call, king, queen suited. DJ is still feeling spicy after that last hand, calling with the 8-4 offsuit. And Sigma going to 3-bet here with the ace queen. Out of position. 3-bets it to 42. Flowers here needs to call. Nothing like spiking at deuces on your opponent. And if Flowers does call, it's going to probably bring Big D along. And DJ will never miss out on a chance to play a big pot no matter what he's got. So we're going to see at least 3, if not 4. Yeah, Big D's going to come along here as well. So we're going to have a pretty hefty pot here pre-flop. Said DJ makes the call, obviously. So 160 plus in the pot. Flowers ahead only just. Dodging a lot of overcards with his little deuces. Does not quite make it happen, as I think Sigma had the ace queen, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sigma actually checked it through sneakily. That might get him paid by Big D here, because he's going to be at 50 and Big D's never going to fold on that flop that got checked through there. So Big D here in trouble until that card gets there. And now he has the bigger 2-pair. And Sigma checked it. Wow. The king did slow him down enough, but Big D checks it back. And I don't know that I hate it. Your opponent could have a 7 there, especially someone like Sigma. The pot's big enough. Try to get to showdown value and just take your 2-pair in there. But Sigma with a good check there.
Yeah.
With the king on the river. I don't think there was at any point there that Sigma was going to take that pot down either. If he would have bet the queen on that flop, Big D was going to come along anyway.
Yeah.
Sigma there defending his check on the river. You don't have to, bud. It was a king. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Just get to showdown. The pot's big enough. Sometimes it's better to not bet. One of the things that I tell people a lot about poker is, when you're making that bet, what do you want to call? What can you beat that can call your bet? And when you're sitting there with ace queen and you make a bet, you're just hoping that a worse queen will call.
Mm-hmm.
And that puts him right in the king-queen category. So you're hoping that queen 10 calls you down or something like that. But any 7 beats him, any king beats him. So I don't hate that check one iota.
No, that wasn't bad at all. I just figured they were still going to battle it out a little more.
Jack 3, 7, 2 hearts on this flop. RDW with king high hearts, and they're going to go anywhere. Going to be bet out by Big D, top pair king kicker. It's going to fold all the way around to Robert's not going to call that middle pair. And actually RDW raised. Raising his flush draw. So 9 of spades on the turn is still no help to RDW. DJ called with the jack with the deuce kicker. Probably won't lose too much more in this pot, knowing his deuce kicker is not going to be good a lot of the times. 6 on the river, no heart. So Big D having a check mark on this hand, yeah, and he's going to get a few of those chips back. Plus their hands there. He said, RDW, I like the bet on the flop. Betting into the flush draw, they're trying to make something happen. But Big D just flopped too much of it, and DJ's not going to fold to 1 bet with top pair. See what develops. Did you by any chance play in our new free roll tournament on Sundays and Fridays, where we have the bomb pots now? Did you see that?
No.
We're having $1,500 guaranteed free rolls. And this is on Sundays and Fridays.
Okay.
And every time the level changes, you do a bomb pot.
I think Tina was talking about that.
Yeah. Had some fantastic turnouts for that. Looking forward to that this Friday.
So Friday and Sunday?
Friday and Sunday at 7 o'clock. It's a free roll tournament, so you get 3,000 chips for free, and then for a $10 instant bonus, you get 7,000 chips to get you a starting stack of 10,000, and you can do an instant add-on for $25 at any point for 25,000 in chips.
At any point.
At any point under 10K.
Okay,
As long as you
that's
have
what I was wondering.
under 10,000 in chips.
Okay.
So you don't have to wait for a rebuy.
That's
if
cool.
If you lose a couple of hands, you can just stack on to your stack with 25. But every level change, we do a bomb pod, and it makes for an interesting little spicy twist to a tournament.
Yeah.
Robert here flopping the gut shot, going to bet out, see where he's at. Ron, ace with an 8 kicker, going to make that call. Flowers lets his 6s go into the buck. RDW with a middle pair and a dream stacking up chips. And he's actually stacking up a raise, and I like that way better than the call. Clay with an ace, but deuce kicker has let that go. Sigma not having anything lets his go. So now back to Robert, who was taking a stab at this. I think he immediately folded. So back on Ron. He's going to make the call. I know Robert called as well. So if nothing really develops here, RDW can keep the pressure on and take this one down. That's going to give Robert a pair. But, oh man, RDW needed to bet there and bet there heavy. Yeah, and they're just going to check it all the way around again, and Ron's going to take that one down. I love that line out of RDW on that flop, but you just got to keep up the pressure. Give fire at least one more bullet at it to see if somebody can lay down a weaker ace. And I think that Ron might have had it in him to fold. He only had an 8 kicker. Hand number 39, dealer Paul in the box. I feel like we're coming up on another big hand. I feel like the table's due, Kat. What do you think?
Probably not this hand, but yes.
Well, not this one, no.
They all fold.
I just all let it go. It just feels like
it is time.
The cash games kind of come in waves. And
oh, absolutely.
I feel like they got pretty spicy there for a minute, and now it's kind of lulled back down. And somebody's going to get bored and kick things up again here.
Not even bored. They might just get a little froggy.
You never know. But it does take 2, so we'll see what happens. DJ limps in with his pocket 9s. And Robert going to raise this one up at the queen 6.
Yeah. I almost said he was going to raise.
And DJ makes the 3-bet. He was doing the limp raise. And it's going to get through. So well played there by DJ. You know, there was something what I said about Mac. You know, you never see him raise pre-flop. Doesn't have aces, kings. That man limps with everything. And then if someone bets pre-flop, then he'll announce his hand. It's like he's going for the limp raise every time with those aces and kings. And I love that play. It can get you in a lot of trouble if no one raises it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have the guts to do it, but it is a fantastic play. You don't see 3-bets that much in Texas poker. See it in some games, but not a lot in a lot of these Texas poker rooms. 3-bets show a lot of strength, and not enough people really do it.
All right, so now I know what I need to do.
It shows a lot of strength, I promise you.
Right.
RDW calls 2, Daryl calls 2, Aaron trying to flop a snap with his pocket 3s. Yep. Flowers completing to 2 with his ace 4. We're going to go 6 ways to a flop. Or 5 ways.
The big D call? Oh, he did with the 6 deuce. Okay.
Yeah, he was in the big blind. He just checked. 7, 8, king. Daryl, top pair. Okay. Go ahead and bet this one out for 15, and it's probably going to be the end of this hand. Not much going on for anyone else. And then RDW says, "Why not? I can catch a 10 here. Get open ended." 9, the gut shot, maybe good enough for RDW. Does go ahead and let it go, as Daryl does not like to stop betting once he has started. And I was in Men's Warehouse last month picking up a couple suits, and there was a hat that looked like Daryl's, and I almost bought it. I think I could pull it off. I think
You
I'm.
could rock
I
it.
think I'm old enough. I can rock. I think they're called fedoras. I'm not sure, but I could find an off-brand fedora, not a nice fedora like that one was. It's cheaper, so I didn't buy it. I love it. Daryl's a hat that he wears for the stream. Sigma getting bored, putting some chips together. It calls the $5 straddle. Yeah, there's straddle on with the 5-4 offsuit. Aaron, Jack 9 suited, makes the call. Flowers and Big D both coming along as well. Pocket 3, they're making their way around the table. DJ going to squeeze here, and I love it. Punish the limpers with the ace queen off, the ace queen suited of clubs. Now Sigma with the 5-4 off. Boy, he wants to call DJ. That's just, but he's got a lot of people. Look at him. He just can't handle it. But there's a lot of people behind him, so I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Now Aaron here, it's a lot, but it's such a pretty hand to call 65 more with. Little does he know, he's way behind with the club shared there.
Yeah.
So good fold on his part. Flowers going to sit here and think about it for a moment. Get him some camera time. Looking good, Flowers, but we know you're going to go ahead and fold it. 9-8 suited. It's beautiful, but you want to have several people in the pot for it.
Yeah.
Yep, you heard somebody say 7 deuce. No, it was the real deal that time. DJ looks for those squeeze plays. He's a player that knows that those squeeze plays work a lot, and they don't get used near enough. And you give him pocket 7s or better there. Ace queen might be about the bottom of the range. You might do it with ace jack as well, but he's going to squeeze that there every time. Yeah, Jeff, I knew I hadn't seen you here. Did everything go well in Tunica this week for you at the tables?
Mississippi.
Never been to Tunica.
I haven't either, but I just moved from Mississippi, so.
I thought it was California.
Or that's where originally from.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I moved from Gulfport. I bet Jeff knows where that is.
Glad to hear it. Jeff brings some of that Mississippi money back here and firing that tournament I've got going on next week. We're doing the Summer Jam 2 again next week, starting at next Tuesday. That $65 buy-in, $50,000 tournament. I know you played in it last time. I hope we have just as much again this month. Now we got a 7 deuce game in play. Is he going to continue it? He pulled it off last time. He raised it up. This is a good opportunity. Clay may look him up, though. Top pair. Yeah, it's going to check over to Flowers. He's going to pull the same play he had earlier with the 7 deuce, but this time it may not work. Clay has been sitting here patiently and may not be in the mood to fold anymore and may get looked up here, but did bet enough. He bet a lot, 45. But Clay has just been itching to play. He's not in the mood to fold. I can feel it. But Flowers has not shown any signs of getting out of line, so it's a tough call. But he does make the call, so that's going now. The question is, does Flower have 2 bullets in him? Does Flowers have 2 bullets in him? You think he does?
Yes.
Well, he better fire about 100 right now. He's got 214 in his stack. You better bet at least
150. You got to.
Yep, and he does. He follows my advice, betting 100 there, and I know Clay has been itching to get involved. He's not caught many hands, hasn't really been getting involved, but I don't know if it goes this far. But it does. Oh, poor Flowers there, and then he's not going to have enough left behind to make the river bet. So tough one there for Flowers. valiant effort, though. Clay is going to just put him all in here, and Flowers is just going to have to let it go. So that's how the 7 deuce game goes wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
But it was a valiant effort, and
I
like
mean,
I
he could
said,
have hit a straight, right? Four? I gave him
oh
a
yeah,
straight.
no, he had outs
But
on this. No, he didn't. He didn't. No, no,
he,
yeah, he could have. But at the end of the day,
he just
he
gotta let that 7 deuce go.
well, but that last $100 bet was so worth it.
It was.
I
No,
mean,
I thought it was a great bet, honestly.
because I mean, even if you're not playing the 7 deuce game, it was a good
Mm-hmm.
sizing.
Mm-hmm.
People would say, "Oh, you got to go all in there," but I think an all in looks even worse
Yes.
because it wasn't much of a. You're basically trying to say that you had the 7-8 gut shot or the 2-3, which Clay's never going to put him on that
Yeah.
with the raise of pre-flop. So that $100 bet seemed like a good enough, juicy enough bet for Clay to call. Flowers can represent the over pair there, jacks, queens, kings, or aces.
Of course. Yeah.
But the only issue is, like I said, Clay has not had much to play with, and when a guy has been sitting there with his back against the ropes,
You said he wasn't gonna let it go.
yeah, and if he had had a normal session, playing some hands, catching some hands, he would have folded that, probably put Flowers on jacks, queens, kings, or aces. But when your opponent's ready to get up off of the mat after getting beat down the whole session, they're kind of hard to push around. And while Clay hasn't been necessarily getting beat down, he just hasn't really gotten in to throw any punches, and you just get bored.
Yep.
So, but that was about exactly what Flowers should have done. Don't put in your whole stack.
Ooh.
Just if 100 is going to do it, if 200 would do it, 100 would do it. That's basically what I was saying. DJ here going to flop gut shot here with his 7-4. Daryl makes the call. Let the graphics catch up here. Yeah, Roberts. DJ knows exactly where he's at right now. He knows he needs a 5. Does not get it, so he's not even gonna stab at this one here. Yeah, and he lets that one go. So he knew Robert had an 8, but had to see if he could catch lightning in a bottle there with a 5 on the river. Now, Jeff says he's from California as well. I heard him talking to a player about that a couple weeks ago as well. I've never been to California. I've been a few places east, but I haven't gone west past Colorado.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't even been to Las Vegas. And I run 7 poker rooms.
You're not missing anything. That's why you don't want to go, because you run 7 pokers. You need to go there.
I'm not a gambler, so
you're not missing anything.
But I would like to go. I only because of all the shows and things like that. I would love.
That would be
to go to
fun.
some of that, but never had a reason to go to California or Oregon or Washington. I think that's a pretty part of the country.
It's
up there.
beautiful. Yeah. I'm Northern California, so yeah. If you were going to go anywhere, stay north.
Yeah, I had some friends in Sacramento, and I was going to go.
Yeah,
got really close to go
that's
see them
not too
one
far.
time, but
Where I'm from.
I was going to meet them at the Stones.
Oh yeah, it's Stones. Yeah.
I did some commentating on Stone's live stream. Oh gosh, 8 years ago now, 9 years ago.
It's probably been that long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Tina know people that work there from the other casino in Chico. They love it.
Yeah, I did some live stream commentating on Twitch with Train and Poker Mama. Do you remember Poker Mama?
No.
No?
About
before your time, I'm sure.
Well, I'll have to look it up.
Sigma DJ RDW. RDW is one that raised it up here to 20 with his pocket 6s, called in 5 other spots.
Is he last act?
Looks like he just flopped quads. Ladies and gentlemen, RDW just flopped quads. Please don't bet RDW. I know you like to hammer flops and end hands. Just leave it alone.
Is he last to act? He better just leave.
No, he's in the cutoff.
Oh, okay.
DJ's right after me.
Okay.
It does all check around here. RDW loves to. No, he did go on. He loves to end hands, but you don't have to do it when you have quads, RD. I love it though. He's so.
They're all laughing too.
He's excited to show the hand. I think he was trying to put it in before it was his turn, is what it was, and they were all laughing at him. Who's asking for a count?
Ah,
There's nobody asking for a count. That's too fun for RDW. Says I got excited.
kid in a candy store.
Betting all in before it was his turn after flopping quads.
That was me at like 20 when I first started playing. I would have done that.
They're telling him next time just bet $5 and see if you can get somebody to call. Oh, RDW, you flopped
That was
quads,
the best so far.
yeah, you're dragging the pot. You're dragging the pot. Tell them I did nothing wrong. I'm stacking chips, and you're not. Now we saw a royal flush on Sunday. I don't know if you saw
That's what you
that.
said.
Yeah,
Yes, I did not see that.
had the it was a one card royal, but he flopped a Broadway and then turned the royal flush. One of the DJ's friends from the Wild West Fest game. AA Ron raising this one up with 10-9 offsuit to 15. Big D with a real pretty Jack 9 suited. Let's it go.
Jack 9 of diamonds.
Yeah, it's an expensive hand to play.
Oh,
and
see?
DJ just
He knew better.
decides, okay,
Mm-hmm.
not 7 deuce, but it's going to work. Is he playing the I didn't look game for everybody? Aaron asking for a count. It's the only reason I think that he might have announced to the table that I didn't look at it. I just want to gamble. How bad does Aaron want to gamble?
Mm-hmm. It's a good pot, but I don't think he wants to do it.
9-10 suited. Be fun to flip with, but that would be about it. Unless his cards are just misread.
Perhaps. If it was just heads up, he didn't have RDW behind just in case. He may have called there.
Go ahead and fold that one there. Nicole says, just here for Trisha's commentary. Nothing wrong with that.
Hi, Nicole.
Yeah, I think DJ just did that blind, and that was the only thing, and they wanted to run it out to see what he would have made. Is that anything with Tina there?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
How'd you guess? Right, flowers.
With a real hand this time.
Mm-hmm.
Ace, king, offsuit, raising it up to 10.
Yep, I thought it was going to be more.
RDW's got some chips now. Let's see if he starts splashing them around. He does 9-7 offsuit, at least so far. Sigma going to call it with Jack 9 offsuit. Daryl as well.
I like Roberts.
King 7 suited.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to catch a 7. A king would be devastating for him with flowers with the ace king. Ace, king,
Spades.
8. That's spade draw there for Robert. Nut flush draw for Robert. That's about the best you can ask for if you're going to be up against ace king.
Yeah.
Let's see if Flowers here announces himself. He's reaching deep. Daryl's one that bet this out with the ace 10. Robert with the smooth call. Jeff, I'll do something here in about 40, when we have about 30 minutes left in the stream, we'll do something for a hat, I believe. I got plenty of hats here. Might have some hoodies too.
I need to get me a hoodie for wintertime.
Coming up on that time of the year and can't come fast enough.
Gosh, I know this heat here.
Yeah, Flowers raised it up to 60, and Daryl came along. Robert's never going to fold here
Heck
with
no.
the nut flush draw. So Flowers, 2 pair, Robert nut flush draw. There is the board pairing 8s. And Daryl is
Daryl.
not slowing down. That's going to shed Robert because of the board pairing there. He's going to let this flush draw go. Flowers here. What is Daryl representing here? If you're Flowers, what is Daryl saying that he has?
Ace 8 or King 8,
Yeah.
something like that. But looking,
You've got you're holding Ace King, so
so you know
you've
that
got
those
blockers to
exactly,
some combos.
yes. But I'm thinking as the 2 pair, or even just an 8,
Yeah.
10 8,
But
9
with
8.
other players, any other player besides Daryl, if Daryl had the full house, he would bet it just the same. But other players who would be pushing that hard may not have it. They're just
Absolutely.
or they would have it and try to keep them off the flush draw.
Mm-hmm.
But Flowers doesn't have enough to fold, doesn't have enough to call, so they're just going to go ahead and get it in
And
here.
Daryl's already put too much
Yeah,
in.
Daryl's going to see the bad news here. They run it twice. I don't think he's drawing. I think he's pretty much drawing to a chop. I don't think he can win this outright. Deuce of spades on the river would have been good enough there for Robert. On a big pot. Robert would enjoy having that one back.
But he'd have to put all that monies in just to get there.
Yeah, on a paired board, he's never going to do that.
Nope.
So big pot there for Flowers. Good call.
That's a great call.
Yeah,
I was surprised Daryl got as aggressive as he did, to be honest.
Now you see Robert there peek at the
saw-
cards.
did
He
you-
was seeing if they ran it twice, what it would have been. He'd have hit the flush both times. I saw the
Was
six
it 8
of spades.
or 6?
Six of spades. He would have hit the flush both times. But again, putting in piles whenever the board pairs like that.
It's hard, yeah.
And Daryl reaches for another set of bullets. Sigma still Clay, after that big call down there, is
top?
your up top chip leader, 736. Right behind him, Sigma 713. Flowers, but after that big pot there, 660. Aaron 550. RDW with that after the quads, 460. Think that, yeah, he's going to be up 60 for the stream because he was the one that was in for the extra 100. DJ has dipped back down into the red, but still plenty of gambling time. A little over an hour left of the stream. These guys definitely shift some chips around. Flowers, newfound chips, wants to put them in play, raising it up to 8 with the king and queen offsuit. DJ calls it the 9-7. Sigma 4-3 offsuit. Hasn't played much. Could be feeling spicy. There he goes. He's going to call it the 4-3 offsuit. And Robert is going to 3-bet this. Well, a good bet there by Robert. 3-betting to 30 with the king jack offsuit. Flowers reaching for chips, probably going to come along. I don't think DJ is going to fold. Wants the action. Sigma kind of in the same boat, in for 2, in for 200. And Daryl makes the call because everyone else did. So we're going to go 5 ways to a flop. Queen, deuce, 8. Daryl and Flowers both having a top pair. Flowers with the better kicker. Robert, the one. Daryl's the one betting this out for 50. Going to be a tough call here for Robert. Lets that one go. Flowers, I don't think he can fold here. Not to 1-bet. DJ and Sigma both letting their holdings go. So here we are with the same 2 players with the kicker issues. Daryl still betting 50. Flowers just going to smooth call 10 on the river. No straights. So Flowers kicker's good. It's going to go check here on the river, and Daryl's going to see the bad news. Flowers goes from just a couple hundred to almost 900 in a matter of just a couple hands. Quite a few people in the YouTube and Facebook streams, both. Let me know where you're listening from or watching from. Some people like to just put the stream on and just kind of listen to the action, tuning over to it whenever something spicy starts happening. And some people enjoy watching the stream. Let us know where you're at, who you are rooting on here on this DJ's game, our Wednesday night. $1, $2, no limit hold'em with a $300 max buy-in game. My name is Reese in the booth. Typically in the booth for Poker House Fort Worth, I have Kat with me. She's checking on something outside, but joined me in the booth tonight. A regular here for DJ's game. And on the ladies' streams, when we do have them, know her has Super Cat on the streams. 3 players to a flop of King 10-3, 2 clubs. Not much for any player as it checks around to a board pairing King on the turn. Robert going to take a stab at this with the best hand, ace high. RDW and Sigma both having no part of it. Robert takes down that small pot, shows the ace, and we are off to hand number 50. Don't forget, this Friday is our bomb pot free roll. We had a fantastic turnout. We've been doing it on Sundays and Fridays. We had a massive, massive turnout. Over 50 players on Sunday. I'd like to see those numbers on Fridays. We had 4 tables on Friday. I'd like to see that hit 5 tables. It's just a $1,500 guaranteed free roll, just like any of our other free rolls. However, we have bomb pots. Every level change, there's a bomb pot. Makes the tournament just a little bit spicy and a lot of fun. And players are digging it so far. 10-3 king on this flop, 2 hearts. Clay with the ace king. DJ picks up middle pair. Flowers not having much to write home about. Probably going to have to let this one go. DJ could peel one more card. As Clay bet 35. And he does choose to do so. DJ looking for a 10 or an 8 to take over the lead on this hand. A 3 doesn't help. Pairs the board. Clay reaching for another bullet, and that may do it for DJ. Clay did raise it pre-flop, but it's not folding it just yet. Thinking about it. You know, he looked up Clay pretty light earlier, and kind of having the same thought process that I did earlier about how he has just not had a whole lot to play with tonight, and it could be just on a flush draw. He could be convincing himself the same thing here, but decides to let it go. Again, and that was probably the thought process again. Is he just on a heart draw or not? And he was wrong last time, and said DJ really wanted to put him on a draw there instead of having the king. Again, you have to pay attention to how your opponents have been doing at the table for the last couple hours. Have they not been playing a lot? Have they been getting losing hands? Have they how does their chip stack sit? And while Clay is not the most active player in the world, he's definitely not had a lot to play with. So he could get aggressive out of the blue to try to pick the pot. And we are on to the top of the hour horse race. Again, a $250 jackpot up for grabs if anyone can hit a full house on this 8-10 jack board. Another 10 on the turn, full house possibilities. Looking for an ace on the river, and it is an ace on the river. Sigma, who has just had insane luck on these horse racing. He's hit 500 twice and now hits for 250, Cat.
Woo, I missed it.
$1,250 that I know of. He might have hit more, but I know he's hit it at least 3 times. Good on him. Like I said, he's won 500 twice because it carries over if it doesn't get hit for a day. And then
250 just now?
250 just now.
Ooh.
So
Congratulations.
good on Sigma, winning the top of the hour horse race. And if we have an outer table going on or two, they'll do their horse race as well. And if 2 players at each table makes a full house or better, the jackpot is chopped between them. So as long as there was no winner on an outer table, that'll be another $250 there for Sigma.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we'll see if that changes his play, getting that cash in his pocket. He's up for the stream pretty heavily over 300. Now that puts him over 500 on the day. So we'll see if he gets a little bit more splashy. And it's bomb pot time. 10-7 king, 9-9 king. Lots of scoop ability here on these 2 boards. And Chris Candyman was in the chat earlier. He said he's at home relaxing, not playing poker today. Big D going to bet this one out. Some straight opportunities there. RDW calling 10. Everybody calling 10. We'll have to sort through the weeds here. Look for some 9s. AA Ron's got trip 9s. Anybody else got a 9 on this bottom board? Don't see anybody with 1. 6 and a tray on bottom.
Flowers has ace-9.
Yeah, Flowers with ace-9, and AA Ron has 9-10. Flowers trying to bet out a turn there, I think. AA Ron's going to pot this one here. He's got open-ended on the top, trip 9s on the bottom. You said someone had ace-9? Flowers does have ace-9 with pocket aces, too. He may have to call this 125. Yeah, and he does. So it's hard to call with just trips and nothing on the top. But he does have 9-8. So he's got the straight on the top. Never mind, Flowers has a monster.
Yeah.
He's got the straight on the top with the 9, looking for an 8. 8 or an ace to scoop this thing. DJ with the queen jack open into the top to take it away. It doesn't happen. Deuce on the river. So that's going to scare Flowers just a little bit for any boats that got there on the top. DJ has trips, but not the boat. AA Ron has trips, but not the boat. And he's going to bet out just another 100. Flowers here. Flowers has got to make the call, but he can't pot it anymore since the top board paired. I'm trying to see what DJ has here. Is he just going to call with the 3 10s? The flush got there as well. I don't know that he's going to call. Yeah, the flush got there on the top. Yeah, so AA Ron's going to win the top board with the 5 high flush. Flowers is going to win the bottom with the trip 9s with an ace. DJ made the call. What is he?
I did not think he was going to do it.
Yeah, just trip 10s there. Going to see the bad news. Flowers, who thought he was playing the bottom board or the top board, got beat on that top board with the straight.
But he got the bottom?
But he's going to get the bottom with the trip 9s with the ace kicker. Turn your cards over, Flowers. Don't misread them and fold them. There you go. He turned it up. Okay. I've seen that happen too many
I
times.
know, that's why I looked away.
They just look at the other board and say, "Oh, I got beat," and throw it away. And it's like, dude, you won the other board.
I'm sure you've seen it a lot.
No, I've seen it.
Yes.
So Flowers ends up winning the board. He thought he had a lot. The one he was unsure of when he had locked up got rivered by the flush. Once again, quite a few people in the chat watching on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for tuning in and watching myself, Reese, in the booth with Super Cat, a regular here at Poker House Fort Worth and a regular appearance here on DJ's game. Decided to get on the other side of the cameras today.
Nervously, but yes, it's been really fun. I've learned a lot.
Doing great.
Thank you.
It's hard to get an word in edgewise with me.
You're just so quick, and you see everything faster than I do. So I'll get there. We'll learn. But yes, it's been fun. So thank you, everyone who's watching, bearing with me here.
Let us know who you're rooting on here for DJ's game. Been a lot of chip movements. Flowers was down to pretty much nothing. Lost most of his stack trying to get it in with 7 deuce, but spun it straight up. Now it's putting him over 1K. And he's going to raise this one up with the ace jack offsuit. Big D coming along with the ace tray. I need, Big D, I told you, he got chips early just like he did on Sunday, and he has sat on those chips, and no one can get their hands on him. He's a very, very meticulous poker player. Does not lose his chips easily. Does not give them up. 5, 9, 5. Jack on the turn doesn't change anything. Oh, no, Flowers got ace jack. Sorry, I thought he had ace king. So Flowers, you're going to see a bet here. Don't think anyone can come along here, even RDW. If it would have been a diamond, he'd get his money in, but RDW folding sometimes like pulling teeth. But he definitely comes through with some big stacks. Yeah, that's the little Deadpool Pikachu. I thought of it earlier. I couldn't remember.
I couldn't see it earlier. We love it, Aaron.
We have a tournament regular here, T-Rock. A couple weeks ago, he celebrated his 150th tournament here at Poker House Fort Worth.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and I
said congratulations. I thought that was cool.
He has a pet rock as a card protector.
I like it.
It literally says pet rock on the bottom of it.
Does.
It actually says emotional support rock. Or something to that effect. It's hilarious.
I have an emotional support cactus that I keep in my car, actually. It's adorbs. My friend got it for me.
He always has that here in his tournaments. Plays every day here at Poker House Fort Worth.
Oh, I like that. I love regulars.
Randy saying RDW's chips were loose at the house last night. No, he tightens it up on stream. That's what DJ was telling me. That Big D, he's a different man on the under the cameras and the lights, and I love it. He's like the old bull sitting there. You're not going to mess with him. And here he is, a time to shine here. Aaron's going to 3-bet this to 50 with pocket queens. Big D's going to make the call with the ace king. RDW suited ace 8 well in his range to come along as well. DJ 6 deuce. Probably couldn't pick that at 2 better cards for him out of the deck. It's what he loves to play. A lot of big hands out here. And Sigma coming along with the 7 deuce. I just saw that.
Up at the top.
Good luck, Sigma, winning the 7 deuce game with these holdings. Jack 9 5.
All clubs.
All clubs. That's going to significantly slow the action down as Aaron and Big D have red cards. Robert has the ace of clubs. Does he try to take this one down here, Kat? You just rip it in here. He's only got a couple hundred behind.
I mean, I probably would with just having second pair with all the money that's already out there.
Aaron's going to bet 100. So because Robert didn't do that, he's going to make an extra 100 here. If Aaron comes along, Big D's got to let his go. RDW got to fold. Nothing going for DJ. Sigma's not going to make the 7 deuce game work out of that. And Robert here, if I'm Robert, I just ship it in. Just ship it in. Yep, and that's exactly what he does.
Yep.
And Aaron got a tough call. You got some blockers to the straight draws. Robert, you almost feel like Robert's going to be a flopped flush here some of the time, but maybe not every time.
He's
Yeah,
gonna.
he does make the call. Yeah. So some of the time he has just the. Oh no, did he?
He folded.
Did he fold? Oh, I thought I saw him flick out a chip, but he was just taking it
Mm-mm.
off of his cards there.
He was throwing his hand. Yeah.
No, he did
Oh, he
call.
did
That's
call.
what I thought. I saw.
Oh,
I thought I saw him flick a chip out
I
there.
thought he mucked.
No, no. So they're probably going to run this twice here. So Ron going to dodge any ace, any club. Trying to figure out how many times to run it
Yeah.
here.
Twice.
5 on the turn, no help. 4 misses that one. Aaron's holding strong. 8 of spades and no luck here for Robert. So Robert got it in pretty well, in my opinion, but as well. Not much behind. Big pot pre-flop.
Huge pot. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're drawn to the nuts at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
It was a good call by Aaron because I couldn't have done it. I've been screwed.
Yeah, Robert checked it initially, and then Aaron bet the 100, and then Robert came back over the top for 2. So that's just going to show the ace high clubs a lot of the time. You could maybe put your opponent on a small flopped flush if he rips it in there to begin with in turn, but either way, it turned out good, and that's going to make Aaron the biggest chip stack at the table now. 1.2K. Flowers still over 1,000.
Oh, they're close.
Yep. Clay got the 800 mark, still up for the session. Sigma, who got up early and then hasn't done much since, splashed around a little bit, but still has almost double the starting chip stack. RDW floating around even. Big D down just a little bit after his rebuy. And DJ, Daryl, and Robert needing some good hands to turn them back into the black and walk out of the stream with some profit. But if you are listening or watching near the Poker House Fort Worth area, around the Burleson Fort Worth area, this game does continue a lot of the times after the stream is over, and we do have outer tables going on, so plenty of poker action to be had here on this Wednesday night here at Poker House Fort Worth. So come on in. Back-to-back big hands here for Aaron.
Yeah, come in and play with me. I didn't get to play earlier, so I'll be here for a little while.
Get Cat out on the tables.
I'll be here.
Ooh, train wreck alert.
Oh, no.
Pocket aces versus pocket kings. Flowers choosing not to 3-bet this one here. Oh, he did to 100. That's going to send the rest of the table running in Aaron here. It's hard to just call with aces. And they're both pretty deep. Asking him how much he's playing right now. Problem is, if Aaron goes all in here, can you fold this if you're Flowers? Do you just put him on aces here every time? Bet
No.
$1,000? No, you have to call it?
I wouldn't put on aces, but I wouldn't. It's any.
Golly, he made the call.
He did.
That's
no,
tough.
I wouldn't do. It's hard. It's really hard, but it's any 2 cards. I don't care
Well,
if you have kings or queens or tens. People call all the time.
I tell you.
Let it go. That's too much money.
Yeah.
For that, what's in the pot already? Just let it go.
Well,
go on to the next hand. Fold those kings.
Yeah. It's tough because
is.
Aaron's not doing that with queens.
No, he's not.
So I think they're probably going to run this twice here. Queen, deuce, 4 on the top board.
No draw.
Running spades is still alive, but not anymore. Nothing on the top. So we're looking for spades or a king. Ace. Yeah, that's going to do it there. Running Broadway. Oh, he has life.
There's
Jack,
a little life.
Jack and only a jack.
Nope.
Doesn't happen. So Flowers won $2,059 pot. Rough there. And that is going to be a big swing there for Flowers, just in a massive cooler there. And like I said, it's hard to get away from the kings.
Oh, it's very hard.
For those For those listening, it's all I can say is that it's not a tournament. You can fold.
That is
Just
true.
go to the next hand.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But
I get that all the time. A lot of times people I'll show them, they're like, "How did you fold that?" I'm like, moving on.
yeah,
Any
just
two cards.
yeah,
If I was the aggressor in it, maybe, but I
yeah,
wasn't. Just gotta let it go.
yeah. But Flowers
It's rough.
there.
It's a rough swing.
Yeah, he's gonna have him out chipped, I believe. Big Wolf. Yeah, I feel you there, Flowers. I have been there. Aces versus Kings. We all have been on the wrong end of those coolers there, but he's going to grab that extra 300 there and still has plenty of time to spin that back up.
Yes, you do.
It's he wasn't down all that. That was his winnings. So
Yeah.
now he's experiencing what poker players now like to call up stuck. Up. When they say you're stuck, whenever you're up a lot and you lose it all, you feel up stuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's a term that the kids use, I guess.
And
I
it
don't know.
sucks.
It does suck. So you have the you're not down just a whole lot, but you still feel like you're down piles because you're up stuck.
Uh-huh. I think I heard that from a 23-year-old. And I had to ask what it was.
Yeah. So Ron with the biggest stack I've seen in a while on DJ's
It
game.
has been a while, yes.
I think Mac, the only one that had monster stack a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, Mac. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a huge stack.
He was doing great. Yeah, Aaron, I gave you my seat, young man.
So big cooler there for Flowers, but never fear.
Like
reload.
you said, there's plenty. Yeah.
Yep. It's a cash game. You can get it back at any moment. And after a monster pot like that, it's always curious to see how the table reacts. Do they start feeding off of the energy of a big pot, start gambling some more, or does everybody back way down because they just saw a lot of blood? And it looks like it's going to be the latter since everyone's limped in here for two. 7-5 queen, 2 hearts on this flop. DJ
Big
with
D
the
got
king
hearts.
queen. Yeah, Big D with the heart draw here. $12, $13 bet there, and Sigma going to come along with the middle pair of sevens. King would be disastrous for his stack. 2 pair versus a larger 2 pair. Jack on the turn. It's not going to change much for anyone. DJ going to bet 25 for pot control here. Big D still plenty of odds to call with his heart flush draw. And it does not quite get there, but scary card on that river. You may see check, check, check here. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. DJ going to take that one down. That pot blew up pretty.
I was just
going to
say,
yeah, went from $8 to 122 there. Those $25 bets. Hand number 56. Take this hand away, Cat. Do it without me.
Without you?
Go for it.
All right, Aaron's got pocket tens. Let's see what he does. Just calls. Flowers. Calls. Suited. Big D's in. RGW's in. DJ. Clay.
You got to tell them in with what?
6
Some
players.
people are just listening to your voice.
I don't know. There's 6 players in. I don't know. Right? There's 6?
A lot of trash out there coming in.
Hey,
this
I like some
there.
of those hands that are suited. Okay, you call them trash.
Ace, King, 4 checks through. Diamond draw does come in on the turn 4. Daryl. Gonna get the check mark on this one here.
Daryl got the flush, right?
Yeah. Betting out 25. AA Ron going to hard to beat.
He's
Continue.
gonna call.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the money. Why not?
DJ has a lone 9 of diamonds that would beat Daryl's 8 high, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Big D putting in some money here as well with his top ace with a gut shot. Hope he doesn't hit it there. The graphic shows a deuce. Oh, so Big D might get stuck here with the wheel.
Way up at the straight, and then we got the flush. And hey, Ron, you just got money, so let's see what we're gonna do, honey.
He's too much action out of two very tight players. Two guys
He's
that don't
smart
get out of
enough.
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big D may. Does he have to pay it up? He doesn't. Good lay down there by Big D. Makes the wheel on the river, but Daryl's turn bet and the aggression on the river definitely signified the flush there. So good lay down there by Big D. So we have about 45 minutes left on the stream. Here in about 30 minutes, we will do Guess the Plot.
Oh, how fun. Okay.
So we'll pick a hand number. We're on hand number 57 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll pick a hand number
Okay.
and let the chat guess whatever the final pot is, whether it's on the flop, on the turn, whatever the computer reads as the final pot number, closest to that number, and we'll give them a hat.
Okay. Cool.
They have to come pick it up here at Poker House Fort Worth. So hopefully you are a local player listening or watching the stream, and we do thank anybody listening and watching the stream. Still quite a few people watching on Facebook and YouTube. And we can see the chats here, so if you have any comments or questions or anything for Supercat or me or the players, feel free. RDW hasn't gotten involved in a while. Calls the 2 with the 8 deuce suited. Clay, same boat. 7-3 Sigma calling 2 with the ace 4 playing his button. Robert with the aces now. Unfortunately for him, there's just not much out there. But Sigma's got some chips. He's going to come along.
He didn't make it too much.
Yeah. Problem with big hands in poker, you got to have someone with a pretty decent second hand to get paid. Heads up to a flop. 10-7 tray. Robert's going to continue here, and Sigma just doesn't have anything to come along with. So Robert here not going to make much off the aces. Unless Sigma tries to get cute here.
Yeah, maybe.
Nope, he does let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're stacking chips when you have pocket aces, it's better than not getting them cracked. $2.3K for AA Ron. That's crazy. Pretty sure it's the biggest stack I've seen here on DJ's game in a while. Do you know if anybody's had over 2K recently?
No.
Several 1K stacks.
Yeah, I've seen 1K at 1,600, I think.
Yeah, it's a $300 max buy-in game. So you've got to have a lot go your way, even if it is a Deadpool Pikachu to help you get there, whatever it takes. Big D looking down at King 10 offsuit. Going to play this one here.
It's going to call.
Sigma going to raise it up with the ace of 10 offsuit, playing for 16. Big D will probably come along, and RDW, no question about it either. Jack, deuce, 9. RDW middle pair going to bet out the 26 here. Sigma not going to give up his holdings just yet. Big D either.
I knew he was going to call, yeah.
Looking for a queen, spiking his gut shot.
Well,
King's going to work pretty good too, though. Only one
makes
with
it more
the king.
interesting.
Yeah, Misty, I said the same thing. I think Mac had close to or over 2K. I don't think he cashed it out, but I know at one point he had mountains of chips in front of him. I believe that's Mac's daughter. She was telling us some stories about him.
Oh.
He was a roller hockey bruiser.
Oh, how fun. Really?
I don't know if it was drag cars or race car driver, or it might have been motorcycles. The man has had some super interesting stories, I'm sure, from what she was telling us.
Oh, I'll have to talk to him about it. I'm excited about this. That's the one thing I do like about poker is listen to everyone's stories and places they've been or things they do. Or
Yeah, he was a
you never know who you're going to meet.
big hockey player and a race car driver of some sort. Might have been motorcycles or race cars, one or the other. Sigma looking at it. Ace, Jack offsuit. Going to raise it up to 20 this time.
Robertson.
6-4 of spades.
Oh, Aaron's got a
Pocket
call.
threes, show back.
Flowers has got a call here too. 9-8.
Yeah, he's got to get in there and gamble and get some of the
There's too much money in there not
back.
to.
Yeah. And threes have been around but has not struck. I think the threes are due to flop a set.
Clay called? Okay.
Yeah. I just feel the threes coming this time. It hasn't about 0 for 6 on the stream right now. A lot of pocket threes not spiking. So the math is due, even though that's gambler's fallacy. Yeah. But here we go. Close.
Oh, it is.
10 at deuce 10. Yeah, Misty saying that Mac's in the roller skating Hall of Fame. That's so cool. And it was in motorcycles he did the racing in. Imagine Mac roller skating.
No. No.
But it's so good, though. I love it.
That was like in the 70s. He was in his prime, just smashing on people.
But the threes are going to win, even though they don't get there on that flop. It's a very polarizing flop. I love the bet out there by AA Ron.
Hey, you said the threes were going to win.
Yeah, I just didn't.
He just
did it himself. That's cheating. He did it himself. But with a flop like that, 10 at 10 deuce, it's not bad to spit out a little feeler bet there because it's going to miss more than anyone unless you either have a 10 or a pocket pair. Either way, you get.
Doesn't hurt that you're chip leader either.
Yeah, you have the spare change to throw a little $25 bet out there. Where is Mac tonight, Misty? We miss him.
We do miss him.
I always notice when
especially because I'm not playing with him. So
yeah,
I'd love to see him
always
play.
in his 9 seat.
Seat 9.
Get to see him limp in the aces and kings. That used to drive me mad when we first started casting, and now it's just a thing. Sigma limping in with pocket 9s. Now it's Robert's turn with pocket 3s.
Yep.
He's going to play them like they're more, raising it to 20. Big D with a real hand, ace, jack suited.
Pot odds.
Misty says
RDW got to get in.
Misty says he was roller skating just a couple years ago, not in the 70s. Makes it even better.
Gosh, I feel old.
So let's see if the threes can finally flop a set. Not this time. Big overcards. Jack, king, 10. Pocket 9s, pocket trays, ace, jack even, only catching middle pair. RDW going to be the one to bet this out with the 10-7 bottom pair. Find out real quick where he is at. It could even get through. No, Big D. He's going to stand there defiantly. I'm going to nickname him. I'm going to nickname him Moose.
Moose. Oh.
Just the big moose.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to knock him over. But he's going to keep up the pressure, and Daryl's coming along as well with that diamond draw. Big D not going anywhere, looking for an ace to complete his Broadway. Queen on the river. That's going to give... I'm sorry, he was looking for a queen. He got exactly what he was looking for. He's going to take this one over with a Broadway. Let's see how much he wants to bet this here. He's going to check it and see if anybody else wants to bet it. RDW and Daryl's unfortunately not going to. So the Moose gets there. Cannot push him away. Pick up a pretty decent pot at that. That's going to put him over the $700, almost $800 mark. I'm not trying to give people nicknames because you never know if it's going to really make them mad.
You never know. I never signed up for Super Cat. DJ just gave it to me one day. And I was
really? I was going to ask you where you got that from earlier.
I was like, my name's Trisha. He was like, no, you need a different name.
Super Cat.
And he was like, how about Super Cat? I was like, how do you know I love cats?
I just thought your name was Catherine or something. I just didn't.
He just picked it, so I just let it stay.
I see so
it's
much.
It's so dorky.
So many names on streams.
Oh, yeah, no.
Nothing wrong with Super Cat, but I've seen some doozies in my years.
I don't know. I'm basic. I just would have picked my name. But now I feel kind of special, so I'll take it.
Robert with the ace 9 of clubs going to raise this one up to 20. This pre-flop betting has been a little bit heavier as people are trying to scramble back or put some of these chips they've gotten to work. Big D calling with the ace queen offsuit. DJ looking for a 6 with his pocket 6s calling 20. And Daryl coming along king 7. Jack 8 5. Pocket 6s are still ahead at the moment. Robert going to put out a feeler bet here. Pretty decent one too. Yeah. 55. Not much going here for Big D. 2 overcards. But he just got these chips and wants to put them to work. Reaching for chips and does make the call. Now, actually, was that a raise? Yeah, the bet was 65, not 55. He just called the 65. I'm telling you, the moose name is fitting. The man does not move.
He's not.
3 on the turn. Let's see if Robert can keep up the pressure. Difficult to do. Oh, maximum pressure. Well played by Robert. Well played by Robert. That one's going to get through there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're going to...
That was his best bet right there.
Yeah, if you're going to take down a moose, you better bring a big caliber, and that's the all-in bet was that there. So, good play by Robert. Took down a pretty big pot with aggression there. Aaron still well in the lead with 2.4K. Clay, Clay's been quiet today, but he sneakily had a good stack the whole night. Sigma giving a little bit of his money back that he got early. Still in the positive. Big D in the positive as well, and everyone else in the red with about 30 minutes to climb back out of the hole. There's plenty of chips on the table to do so. Sigma +1 calling the straddle. Queen, Jack offsuit. Daryl coming along, Jack 10. Robert going to raise it up. I'm liking the spice out of Robert right now. 3 deuce suited, raising it up to 15. RDW coming along at 9-8 suited. DJ at 9-5 of spades. Everyone else choosing to come along here. Only one ace in the field, and that only has a 3 kicker. King, 8. It's going to be tough to continue here if you're Robert. Not a lot of people are going to put you on a king, at least betting out with a king. RDW is going to beat him to the punch, though, with the 8s to see where he is standing. And it's going to work here all the way through. So RDW taking the aggression away from Robert to get some much-needed chips there. Not the best flop for Robert's line there. Like I said, if it checks around to you and you put a big bet out there, that almost looks more unbelievable because everyone knows you're not going to bet at 3 kings that hard on that flop. You're going to check it or whatever. So kind of an awkward flop to continue the aggression. But I love the effort. Folds around to AA Ron with the 7-6 of spades. Big D limping in with 9-6 suited. 7-4, 6-5, 10-8. Not a lot of hands out there, but a lot of hands that could have a train wreck very easily. Paul does not cooperate as a dealer, though. Puts out ace, queen, deuce, 2 diamonds.
He'll check around.
Yeah, checks around really quickly. 10 onto the turn. Big D does have the flush draw. Clay picks up third pair. Still checks around. Jack on the river. Any king is Broadway,
Okay, yeah.
but no one having that.
Play your
Clay's
10, Clay.
yeah. I don't think Clay's going to be able to call the 15, but he could just lick him up. Nope, he doesn't. So AA Ron with the chip stack there puts him to work, taking down that pot. So we spoke earlier that you said that you used to deal in a casino. Was that in California? Which casino was it?
It was called Casino 99. It was basically a card room, but we also had a blackjack, 3-card poker, baccarat, pai gow.
Up in Northern California?
Yes, yeah. So Sacramento Stones, it's north, out in the middle of nowhere.
Did you deal pai gow? And
oh, yeah, we had to do all the table games, yeah. So those were all fun. No one wanted to follow me, though. They called me the Black Widow. So I normally just like dealt poker the whole time while they did the table games because they could bet for you, and we all would just pull our chips.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if they're following me, I'm just murdering everyone. They're like, there's no one in here, Trisha. Like, what are you doing?
100 years ago, I had a small dealing stint, and everyone called me the Dream Slayer.
Yeah.
That was just that dealer that was going to wreck your stack. So they literally started calling me the Dream Slayer.
Oh, yeah, no. I just stuck to tournaments, Omaha, and regular poker, and then everyone else would do the table games, and we'd just chop because they knew if I went over there, like the night crew, I work day. When the night crew would come, they're like, Trisha, get out of the box.
Get out of there.
I want to make some money tonight, okay?
DJ getting spicy here with a 5-3 offsuit. Going to 3-bet this 35, shakes everybody but AA, Ron Flowers, and Sigma. Looking for an itty-bitty flop here. A 5-4 queen. It does actually become the only one that connects here.
Yeah.
No queens in the field. If he follows this up here, it's going to be hard for anybody but Flowers to come along. 150 in the pot, and DJ. He's going to go ahead and ship 250 into it here. So, and Sigma here could make a hero call with bottom pair and still be wrong because DJ does have the 5. Sigma's asking. Oh, I can feel it. He wants to call this so bad.
It's just so hard.
The only reason I think Sigma's going to let this one go is because he's got 2 people to act behind him.
Agreed.
But Sigma lives for these kinds of calls. But the problem is he's right, but he's still going to end up being wrong because DJ spiked the 5. Yep. Now he is going to call it. And Flowers, Flowers is a chance here to get a lot of his chips back.
Absolutely.
That's the thing here. If I'm Flowers, snap call.
There's so much money in the pot.
You're getting a great percentage on your chips. You're trying to get back that money you lost in the cooler with AA Ron.
Yeah, and you have an over. Yeah, it's hard not to with all the money out there.
Yeah, I do not hate the call here if Flowers does make it. And I just knew Sigma was going to call that bet.
You did call it. I didn't think he was going to.
No, he's just that guy. Flowers could get a majority of his stack back if he can make this call and spike a king, jack, or spade. Of course, we know that the king and the jack are the good, but he's just thinking about spades, and that's it. If he thought for a minute that his king and jack were good, he would probably get it in there as well. I don't hate it if he folds, but I love it if he calls. And he does lay it down.
Yeah.
He's going to want those cards back once he sees these holdings, and I'm not sure either one of these players are going to show their... Oh, DJ does show his cards. Interesting.
They might want to run it.
So you're going to see... I'm going to get some table volume here. These guys like to talk.
Okay.
That would have been a winner there for Flowers. Mm-hmm. And Flowers again.
And the flush.
Hear, hear the excited clap from a DJ there.
Goodness.
Yeah, and yeah, there's Flowers letting him know that he folded the winner. I knew that was coming. I told you that
You
there was going to
did.
be a train wreck between these
Yes.
two, and Sigma just could not bring himself to believe that DJ had anything there. And like I said, he wasn't wrong. DJ did start the hand with 5-3, and was just c betting there to take down a decent sized pot. But sometimes in poker, when you're making a bluff call, it's still you can be right and still pay the price. And
Absolutely.
that's exactly what happened to him there. Was he was right,
Yep.
but he was punished for it that DJ had just enough.
And I
And
guarantee you, if he hadn't called, Flowers would have called.
you think so?
Yeah.
Gosh, I
If
think
DJ did that, and yeah,
I think Flowers had more incentive to call there with the flush draw, getting more equity for the flush draw. But and he would have got there on both of them. Hits the king on the top and the spade on the bottom. Painful, painful, painful. Flowers is going to think about that one the rest of the session.
I think if Sigma didn't call, Flowers would have. I think that made it.
Maybe. But I knew the clash was coming, and that was it
You
there.
called it. Yep. That was it. That was the clash. Goodness.
Big D looking at Jack 10 suited. The Moose comes in.
That's all I'm going to think of now.
Just a big, unmovable object. Now let's see if Sigma here tries to spin it up a little bit, make some stuff happen. He called with 7-4.
Yeah, Robert raised. So
yeah, Robert's with the ace king offsuit. Big D is going to come along with this one for sure. Real pretty. Jack 10 suited. Clay's got the chip stack to call in a big pot. Try to get fancy, but 10-4. That's
it's
pretty,
a decent amount of money in the pot, but it's not a good
pretty creative hand there. It does have the button,
position.
but yeah, he doesn't let it go. I don't blame him. And if Sigma calls here, then he's just trying to get his chips back. He needs to realize that it was Robert and Big D making these bets, not RDW and DJ. But he is reaching for chips here. Going to make this call, looking for the double down, holding the 7-4. Daryl makes the call. King Queen offsuit. So King would be disastrous. Broadway cards make it tough as well. There's the King. Yeah, 2 hearts. Nobody having hard draws. Daryl and Robert here. Daryl's been on the bad end of the kicker battles 2 or 3 times tonight. That's difficult. Big D called with a gut shot earlier, but not going to do it for 75, I bet. Robert's going to go ahead and put in the rest of his chips there. That's going to push out everyone else.
Yeah.
And Daryl could put him on a flush draw here and just gamble. And he does. Yeah. He's going to see that he is well behind here. Yeah, I was worried that Daryl might convince himself that he just has the hard draw. Daryl out-pipped once again. DJ's wife saying, woohoo, DJ.
Well, you never know. Carol's got runner.
He just needs a...
Heart.
Just needs a king, a couple of hearts.
Yeah.
DJ's wife in the chat saying, woohoo. Yeah, that was a big pickup there. Much needed double up. Turn his day around. Yeah.
Love it.
Ace on the river. Not going to do it for
Daryl.
Robert's going to show the better one there. Daryl's had a tough go of it tonight.
It was a little rough tonight.
He's had some good hands and just out-pipped. Just barely out-pipped. And he might call it good after that one there. Now, we've got about 20 minutes left of the stream. I know a lot of people have been waiting for it. Still a lot of you in the chat. We are going to do the closest to the pot hat giveaway. We are on hand number 66. So, what do you think? 72? Think we can get through 6 hands? 72? Hand number 72 sound good?
Sure. I was going to say.
Hand number 72. So you've got 6 hands, just because some of these can go quick and then it ruins it.
That's
Get into the chat what you think the total ending pot number is of hand number 72.
72.
And that could be on the flop, that could be even pre-flop.
Yeah.
And all bets count. So if that folds all the way around to the blinds and it's $3 in the pot, and the small blind makes it 5 to play, big blind folds at $7. 7 is the winner. So we're looking for what the total amount is, including all bets at the end of the hand, no matter the position of the hand. Gets you a hat here at Poker House Fort Worth. You come and pick up in person. Let them know. Just say, hey, Reese, the tall, bald guy, said that I had a hat waiting on me for winning the stream giveaway.
Tell them Super Cat sent you too. Don't worry. We'll get you your hat.
Randy going big, 372. Get it in the chat. Type in your bet on what the pot will be on hand number 72. This one here probably won't get to 372. Flowers having a hammer lock. Robert's the one betting out 50, though.
Yeah.
With the gut shot. But I think Flowers is probably going to make himself known here. Hey, Aaron, really feeling those fours. Flowers is going to ship this here for his whole $200 stack. And Robert's going to get caught with his hand in the cookie jar. No reason to slow play this hand here if you're Flowers. And there it goes, the $204 in the middle. RDW, you're going to have to grumble and let your favorite hand go. Need some more guesses in the chat. You've got 5 hands. Closest to the pot on hand number 72. It shows the fold. And Robert's never calling. But, so, yeah, bet, rip, fold, fold. Pretty expected. Tina saying $169 ending pot.
I bet you'd say that. 196, 169. I know what she's going for there.
I always call it 96.
I know. I know what she meant. Mm-hmm.
Hand number 72. We're on 67, so you got a few more hands to get in your guess. Closest to the ending pot size. Counting all bets. What the computer says.
You got 243s one.
$301 there from DJ's wife. And that is DJ's wife, by the way. It's not an internet troll.
No, I figured. I just thought it was cute.
She was all telling us about his shirt collection, me and Smokey, the other day.
Oh, he has a plethora. I've noticed.
Fantastic collection.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually quite tame for his stream tonight, to be honest.
He kind of is, yeah.
Oh, the Moose missed pocket jacks, but nothing wrong with that.
Maybe it was meant to be.
Yeah, especially against ace queen, ace king here. Some action going on. Sigma going to raise this one up. 20. Robert's going to 3-bet to 75 with ace king. The Moose would have been stuck with pocket jacks here. Been forced to mix it up.
All right, you two.
Sigma and Robert both looking to make some action happen, both needing to try to move their chip stack back into the black. Ace would be a disaster here on this flop. 2 kings, that's could be just as bad here. Robert's immediately going to check, and Sigma checking behind. 4 on the turn. Now, if Robert bets out here, Sigma may just think that he's fluffing around just like he thought DJ did, but might have been too far out of reach there. If Robert would have bet about 50, I bet you Sigma would have come along with the ace-queen.
Yeah.
125 might be a bridge too far.
Too much.
Nope, it's not. He knows his opponent well. All in and a snap call, and Sigma's going to see the bad news that he played right into the bear trap of Robert and has exactly 0 outs. Tough, tough, tough there for Sigma. Let's just show some cards here, boys and girls. No reason to run it more than once. And Robert with a well-timed check on that flop. Reels in Sigma. Oh, they are going to run it twice, but there's no real reason to.
Yeah.
They would just show their cards, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Make them feel good about it. So Robert with much needed chips there puts him up to 727. $564 pot. That would have been a good one for the 372. We need some more bets in the chat. What do you think the
We got.
pot size is going to be? We got a 372,
170.
169, 243, 301, 170. And we're not doing this price or right style. Doesn't matter if you go over.
That's what I was wondering.
No. Smokey likes to do that, and I'm like, man, that is way too much work for me to try to figure out. After a 3-hour stream, I just want to see what's closest. I don't care about the going over part. If you are closest, you have it. Daryl, which one's in it? 168 or 170 now?
Oh yeah,
you only get one. Whatever your last one is.
Yeah, how do we know what the last one is?
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with the last one in.
All right.
I don't mind them changing their mind, but I'm going to go with whatever you put in last. I don't think we've had one flop set today. A lot of pocket pairs, but I don't think anybody's flopped a set. Do you remember a flop set?
No, sir.
We saw it in a bomb pot with the pocket nines. But
I saw quads.
Yeah, I guess that qualifies a little bit there.
God, flopped.
And lo and behold, there it is. RDW flopping the world, and Robert, unfortunately, going to feel the pain of this one here.
Yes, he is. That's going to be rough.
And RDW bet so much. Oh, no, I thought he bet 200. He only bet 20. It said 200 there for a hot second. Can Robert get away from it? Not for $20. 6 on the turn. He's just betting this out nicely, not doing his typical big betting. He's going to get raised by Robert here. He's going to go all in, and he's going to call. Yeah, so RDW well ahead here. Robert needing to hit a 6 or a jack on this river to steal it away from RDW.
I've seen it happen.
6 or a jack. Or an 8. Discussing to run it more than once or not. Are you a run it more than once kind of person?
No.
No, you like it just one time, max pain?
Just regular, yep. That is what it is.
9, they're not going to do it. It looks like they ran it one time. So Robert, who got those chips off of a Sigma, unfortunately gives them right back over to RDW. In a cooler hand there, RDW could have anything there. He could have just a deuce and would bet it just the same. It's hard to put that man on a hand. Three more hands. Still have time to get in your guess on what hand number 72 is going to be. The pot on number 72. Get yourself a free hat here at Poker House 4 with the good-looking hats, too.
Are they?
Never looked at the hat collection? I think they're great.
That's mine.
That's yours?
Just for fun.
Wait. Okay. I guess I'll let you participate.
It's just for fun.
She wrote it down here. You'll have to believe me. But I'm going to hold her to it.
I took it back. See?
Yeah.
That's where I got it from.
And number 69. Still have time to put in your guesses. We see him in Facebook. We see him on YouTube. Type in your guess for the total pot. Where's Jeff at? He was the one asking about this.
Oh, yeah.
I told him we'd be doing it a little bit later.
You gave him... Yeah.
450 there. Clay going to raise this one up to 15 with king, queen off suit. Hasn't done much raising tonight pre-flop. Been calling mostly.
Very quiet.
So it's definitely going to send some red flags. Even RDW is going to fold. That's pretty surprising.
DJ won't.
No. But RDW got a lot of his chips back that he was missing, so it's good for him to slow down, switch the gears a little bit. DJ is still trying to crawl out of his hole. 4, 3, 6 on this one here. Going to miss both players. DJ is going to have The ace high, though. Check, check. Another check, check quick there.
He's got a pair.
Yep, so the ace with the 8 is going to play. DJ picks up a small pot there, but nothing wrong with it dragging at some chips. So that would have been a $35 pot, see? $35 pot. That would have been the winner there if this was hand number 72, but this one's 69. The next one is 70. So you have this one and one more to get your guess in Facebook or YouTube comments.
We got another one.
Get
Another one.
Get it in and get the closest to the final pot number, including all
Oh,
bets.
there's Jeff.
There's Jeff. Even the uncalled bets. Again, even the uncalled bets, because the easiest way for me here, the reason people ask, well, why, if that bet wasn't called, how does it count? Because we can't really see on the camera exactly what they bet, but the Lorenzo in the control room will type it in.
Okay.
And it'll automatically be added to the pot. And so that's why we just go off including any uncalled bets.
Yes.
Because that's the number we can see on the screen. So like I said, if somebody goes all in for $798, $801 wins because of the 1-2 blinds. Even if nobody calls, because that's what we can see on the computer that's typed in.
All right.
So it's any and all bets. So
All right.
get them in the chat. We can
Hurry
see
up.
them
We
in
got one more hand.
YouTube and Facebook. This is hand number 71. We're going to take the bets all the way up until Paul throws the last card to the button. After that, I'm locking it in.
Oh, there's another one. Good luck, everybody.
Try to get as close to you can to the final pot number, and you win yourself a free hat you can pick up here at Poker House of Fort Worth in Burleson. Whether I'm here or not, just let them know, hey, I won one of Reese's stream contests. One of our good-looking black clover label hats. I love them. Robert going to 3-bet this one here. Oh, no, it was a $10 straddle hand.
Oh, okay.
Made it to 30-5. RDW, 8-5 offsuit makes call. Clay looking to spike a deuce on Robert just like RDW did. That would be horrible. Ace, 10, 4, 2 diamonds. Robert with the second nut flush draw. Probably going to bet this one out and probably be able to get it through here, betting 20. Unless RDW wants to peel off one more card for some reason, but probably not. Nope. And does Clay want to chase a deuce for 25? He does. Interesting. Try to get lucky here. 7 on the turn. If Robert slows down, yeah, Robert's going to check it there. Queen on the river, and now Clay's not going to fold. In fact, Clay may bet this here, and he is. He's getting out chips. So if Robert would have fired on the turn there, he could have taken that down. But it's hard to fire that turn bet when you're just trying to realize the equity for the flush draw. So I don't hate it that he checked it, but it would have worked if he'd have fired one more bullet at it. And you got to think of that when you're on a flush draw. You know, some people will go ahead and check the turn to try to get that free flush draw made on the river. But if you can bet just a little bit more and not overblow your equity in the hand, it just gives your opponent one more chance to fold, giving you one more chance to win the hand. So this is it.
All right.
Hand number 72 coming up. Get your votes in. We're going to take them all the way until Paul finishes getting to the button. This is it. Hand number 72. Around the table. I'm watching chat.
There we go.
That's it. That is it here. So the bets are in. This is the final pot amount. Even Supercat here has her bet written down in front of me. I'll take a picture of it.
Just for fun.
If she happens to win, I'll even take a picture of it. Because I want to show you her bad handwriting anyway. No. So, uh-oh. 6 ways limped in.
Goodness.
We're gonna need a lot more betting for a lot of these players here. Deuce, Jack, Ace. Robert hitting the deuce. No player having an ace or a jack. This might be a low pot. We're only at $12 here. Need an action card. Need a 9. Oh, it's gone check, check, check. Okay, so as per usual, is anybody going to bet and change it here even? DJ on the button. Net. So 12.
I love it.
$12 here. So who bet the least? I've got a 156. There's a 150. $150. The last Clayton.
Clayton, way to get it in.
Clayton got the 150 bet in, and it was in before the last card was dealt. So Clayton, head on up to Poker House of Fort Worth anytime and let him know, hey, I won one of Reese's contests. I'll write it down. Get your name there. And our hourly horse race, we saw Sigma win this one in the last hour.
Yeah, Sigma's
So,
been on point winning.
Yeah, so he's still got that 250 in his pocket, even though he not at the table anymore. So he didn't lose quite as much as the computer says. Any paired board? Nope. No winner here. So we're going to have the bomb pot, and we're going to be all wrapped up here. The last bomb pot of the evening. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to DJ's Game here every Wednesday at 7 p.m., except for next Wednesday. Next Wednesday will be Flight B. Flight B, because the 50K tournament starts on Tuesday. So next Tuesday, 6 p.m. is Flight A of our $50,000 guaranteed $65 buy-in Summer Jam 2. That is the same.
6 p.m.?
6 p.m. Every flight is at noon or 6 p.m. Same tournament we ran back in June and had that almost $70,000 pot. Fantastic return on just a $65 buy-in. You can move 2 bags forward, meaning if you get in the top 8% on 2 different flights, you get to combine those bags and bring them on to day 2. And if you happen to get a third bag, so if you bag 3 times out of the 8 flights, it is an instant $500 instant cash bonus on day 2. And that's a pretty good return for a triple bag bonus on a $65 buy-in. So top 12% of the tournament are getting paid, so you can make the min cash on day 1, but you're trying to get in that top 8% from each flight to bag and tag your stack and bring it back to day 2, August 25th on Sunday. And we're going to do that here at Poker House Fort Worth. Instead of Peaks this time, we're going to switch it up and bring it to the Fort Worth area side. AA Ron here, finally going to take some action here on this bomb pot with his set of 10s on the top, gut shot straight draw on the bottom, and a heart draw, 10 high heart draw. See if anybody has anything to come along with. I'm not seeing much from any players here.
D-Mike just for fun.
Yeah, why not? He's got the spade draw on the top. The second nut spade draw on the top. Oh, you got spade draw on both boards. Yeah. Pocket jacks to boot. If he can catch a jack, it'll be good on a couple of these boards as well. Spade or a jack for the moose. Neither one comes home. So Aaron going to be good on both of these. He's got the set of 10s full of 9s on the top, and his 10s may be good on the bottom. Now RDW's got Robert's a queen though.
Robert's got 5s, right?
Yeah, Robert's going to have trip 5s. Yeah, Robert's got trip 5s. So chop that one up. Tough session there for Mr. Robert. Ran into it a couple times. Sigma built a great stack and unfortunately got cooled a couple times. Called late. Daryl, who could never get anything together, had a tough night. Flowers, who built a castle and unfortunately ran his kings into aces to let that one go. But everybody else finished up in the black. And congratulations to them.
Yes, and, it was fun watching you guys.
Yeah, and just to show you one more time some of the stuff that we were talking about here, this is the Summer Jam 2 $50,000 guaranteed tournament, a $65 buy-in. That is all. That is all. That is all. $65. You can do a $10 instant bonus for 10,000 additional chips, but still $75 even after getting the bonus chips. is totally worth a $50,000 guaranteed tournament. You see the 8 flights there starting next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. A, B, and C. And then Friday, we're going to have 2 flights, one at 12 noon, and then another one at 6 on Friday. And then Saturday's the busy day.
Oh,
Saturday's
yeah.
the movie day.
August 24th.
Noon, 6, and then a turbo
At
flight
10
at 10
p.m.
p.m. Yeah, it's going to be a
Oh,
super fast turbo flight. So if you've got a bag, if you've already made it in the top 8%, you can use that turbo flight to maybe get that second bag to add to your stack. Or if you've gotten really good in 2 bags already moving forward, you can try to spin it up, get that third bag, and get that $500 triple bag bonus awarded on day 2, and hopefully get all of your entries back and free roll that tournament into day 2 into the money. So day 2, like I said, is going to be a little bit different this go around. We're going to do it here at Poker House Fort Worth, August 25th. That's Sunday, and a 1 p.m. restart. We're going to have a lot of these flights live, but we're definitely going to be live on day 2, August 25th, that Sunday, bringing you down all the way to a winner of the Summer Jam 2 that's going to be starting next Tuesday. All 8 flights, Poker House Fort Worth, and Poker House Peaks. So don't miss this tournament next Tuesday. And don't forget, for the rest of this week, if you're looking for some stuff to do, our new tournament on Sundays and Fridays, 7 p.m., the $1,500 guaranteed free roll tournament with bomb pots. That's right, a bomb pot every level change. Some extra spice to a normal free roll tournament. Players have really been enjoying that a lot. But just the normal stuff on the weekend. We'll have our $2,000 guaranteed tournament on Saturday. And then Sunday, we'll have the bomb pot tournament again. Monday, we'll have another $1,500 guaranteed free roll. But the biggest ticket coming up next week, August 20th, $65 buy-in, $10 instant bonus for additional $10,000 in chips, $50,000 guaranteed Summer Jam 2. Don't miss it. Kat, what'd you think?
I had fun.
You
I
had
love
fun?
it. Yes, there was a lot going on, but yes, I had a great time. So thank you.
We've got a lot of good streams, plans coming up, a lot of good equipment. We're going to have a lot more people in the booth, get some green screens going on.
Perfect.
And so you'll have to look at the camera and the lights. So you got to figure out the cards so you can start working on the rest of it.
Yeah. No, you're so quick with it.
I've just been doing it too long. But thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thank you.
On Facebook and at YouTube. Again, we'll be streaming again Friday night, the Bomb Pot Tournament. I'll be having a feature table playing that down to a winner on Friday night. Otherwise, thanks for everyone tuning in, and send us a message on Facebook if you have any questions. Check out everything we have coming up on Facebook as well, and hope to see each one of you